All right, welcome to Up This is Precious City. Always sweet my belly to bring on a matter them with the shell for inside the country. Good evening and welcome to the show. Always a pleasure to be with you to bring you all the matter them with the shell for inside the country. My name is Precious A, and it's always a delight to bring you updates of happenings in Nigeria. So let's shoot directly. Straight on. I'm sorry once again. I'm coming late. Had a very hectic day, but then we've got to get the job done, right? Okay. So now so it be. All right. So make we enter inside the matter the way hot. Sharply. You know, say people woke up this morning or from yesterday night with a lot of buzz from Babachir Lawal. People call this Babachir. What is going on? Or Babachir Lawal. What is happening here? From one talk to the other. And then we still get the case of the EFCC and Tambowa for one corner. EFCC said they give their own response to say, see on eh? You people think you can bucket us ADC, you think you can tell us anything like that? You think you can talk to us anyhow? Wait till I think on I go fit tell us like that. Hey, no worry on yourself. You cannot intimidate us not to do our job. But let's get started with the conversation. So Babachir Lawal talk something wey be say people don't they clap on the head, say, wetin you talk? How you go talk about President Bola Tinubu like that? So they go reveal secret of wetin happen for inside WhatsApp group. So you can't dey call an entire Yoruba people a particular name. Why? Why would you do that? Now, Nigerians were very outraged at Babachir Lawal this morning over that statement wey be say he make for Channels Television yesterday. And we'll go begin talk about that matter. And I will play you, the footage, make you hear and well again. Whether, the thing gets any cause for alarm. The reason we're here is so that we'll have a conversation around this. So now wait till we come here today. And meanwhile, Babachir Lawal don't say, Tinubu offended me. He's full of himself. And the same Babachir Lawal they talk about. He can't say Obi won the 2023 election. Tinubu is full of himself. Hey! I don't know if I'll support Obi in 2027. Okay, Moku move out. Talking about the Peter Obi himself. Hunger, poverty in Nigeria beyond mere statistics. Say the hunger and poverty within Nigeria is past statistics level. That is, it don't grow past statistics. So this will not be the one they carry statistics they measure again. It's not about the statistics will go up. Not be about that again. We'll pave way for youth to lead in Nigeria. ADC don't vow. Say nothing will make them no good pave way for youth. Tambo, while EFCC now political weapon against opposition. That's what Atiku Abubakar talk. Meanwhile, EFCC don't respond. Say, as it gets to do with alleged 189 billion naira fraud, your comment on Tambowal's detention idle, narrow, according to EFCC. As them blast ADC back, you think you can be telling us anyhow like that? You give us both or bus, we give you both back. Okay, why PDP agreed to weaken his demands, according to sources, we will let you know. What make they even agree? Lawmaker faces backlash for publishing names of constituents he gifted money in Jigawa. He published the name of inconstituents, so you don't dash money. People call the backlash. Okay, they will call Angel Lucifer, Governor Emo, and no attack Nigerian politicians criticizing Tinubu. Say even Nigerian politicians. So I need if you talk through an angel like Tinubu, now you people will go and call him Lucifer. An angel like our president who God sent for us from heaven to us from heaven. When I go call on Lucifer because I know say why did they do like this? Okay, moving on. CSO faults Ibom Air offers banned passenger free legal services. That one said day. Meanwhile, NBA pledges free legal support for Comfort Emanson, that is the Ibom Air passenger, demands reversal of lifetime flight ban. And that one said day. Shaware others protest as at NYSC headquarters, demand release of core members certificate. And then moving on to other conversations. Benue lawmaker decries continuous killing of his constituents. See, I won't finish my constituents. I won't finish my constituents for killing. Then they kill them. They kill them. That's why they cried. And so they talk about this matter, self we get to do with Airline. So 1 week after, the Attorney General of the Federation, they quiet. Mom, concerning the case of Kwam One. And this now waiting people they cry out. Not be me write this report. That's what the report take come out. And then other evidences don't come out which show say the air hostess actually they in the habit of being rude to other passengers then. That's now evidences then we be say we go play out for inside this conversation. Welcome to the show once again. It always suit my belly to bring on an update of matter them with the shell for inside the country. My name is Precious in. Maybe we start the matter one by fellow because things we'll go put mouth inside today. It really plenty. And make a quickly just give updates to people then when they watch us from YouTube. If you watch us from YouTube, yeah, for inside YouTube, make you know see go quickly just enter inside the comment section when you see that comment what go pin right now. There now the number we go use join us live for inside the studio. That is because you they get them late because you know they we not get a WhatsApp contact. If we get a WhatsApp contact, if we don't send you WhatsApp message concerning the matter. Now make we face it in Babachir Lawal talk one at a time. Remember, say former secretary to the Federation of to the government of the Federation, Babachir Lawal. First of all, he claims say he no offend President Bola Tinubu. Say that instead, say that him Tinubu na offend them. I offend them. Now I talk to someone we say they answer questions concerning politics. So inside politics today for Channels Television yesterday, Monday, when Sean Okibalo, will be the host of the show, ask him, say, if he still be friends with Tinubu, they can say yes, of course, they will be friends. In fact, I will give you another narrative later as a TikToker. But on Obi, whether election and all that, they can't talk say that he mentioned something about if him be the so-called president, something like that. And Sean ask him, say, so-called president, let me be your president. He said that is if he win the election. Say, you not believe, say, he say you don't win the election. Say, who win the election? He said, na Peter Obi win the election. And Sean Kimberley tell him, say, but the statistics they show, sorry, not statistics, evidence or court agree, say, Tinubu win the election. He said, well, say the statistics and data we didn't get show, say, na Peter Obi win the election. And when probed further, he said that there were evidences, open to them about who indeed win that election and not be Tinubu win the election. This not be the first, second, third, or fourth time we be say Babachir Lawal did make this very strong statement, say no be Tinubu win that election. Why? And many would could it be because of their friendship? Now make President Bola Tinubu never sue him? Because some people go the one that say it be like say you don't reach time where President Bola Tinubu go sue him because this statement don't they like say good soon they make person the vex because people they vex on top of the matter. While others go talk say if indeed it is a lie where all the people where they talk because not only himself. I share yourself for don't talk several times. Different people don't talk several times. So people they think say why it be say if say truly you win the election, why it never paying you rich for you to just say okay you know what let's put this one and bring that data and statistics so you get make we see. Let's see. But why they never do that kind of thing? Well, we will get into that matter. So yeah, he said that. Remember, it is not the first, second, or third time he's saying this, and he keeps saying it. But when they ask him whether he go vote or he go support Peter Obi again, he talks say, well, he no, because right now, these things them don't change. Well, make first hear him as in take to them, then listen carefully. And then he said something where we say people don't they drag him for social media because he insinuated something about an entire ethnic group, the Yoruba people. And people come to drag and say, why should you even say that kind of thing on a public television? Why should he even be invited to a public television and be allowed to say such a thing about a particular group of people, about an ethnic nationality? And it is insightful and painful to hear him say a thing like that about an ethnic person, ethnic nationality. Now some people come to talk say, well, he's entitled to his opinion if waiting in talk, in feel saying in truth be that. This is not supporting that kind of thing, but my news I carry on give on. I'm not gonna go watch that and when talk.
To the other side, and fairly speaking to another 8 years. Those are the arguments of some Nigerians who think fairness is only if power, and that's the reason why your very good friends, Peter Obi and Rotimi Amechi said...
And Bola Tinubu must include him.
Is Bola Tinubu still your friend?
Yes, of course.
Your former friend or your present friend?
We are friends. We've not had a conference to dissolve it. We have to meet to dissolve it. We've not.
No, but you've been speaking against him so fiercely.
Yes, I should.
Is that how you speak against your friends?
Oh, yes, you are free. You should be in a position to tell your friend the truth.
On television?
On television, if he doesn't listen individually.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
July 2002.
That's a long time. That's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, so that maybe he's now your acquaintance, not your real friend any longer.
Well, I don't know. At one time, as part of our problem when it started, he called one of our friends to bring a dictionary and read what the friend means. The problem with Bola Tinubu is that he thinks I'm the one that offended him. I didn't offend him. He offended me.
What did you do to him?
No, it's not for television, that one. But he offended me. And he's full of himself. And he thinks that because he's now so-called president.
Is he so-called or he's the president?
So-called.
That's the president of the Federal Republic.
I believe he didn't win the election.
What makes
I
you
keep
think
on
so?
saying so.
Because you supported Peter Obi?
Yes.
So that's why you think.
The results available to us at that time believe he didn't win the election.
But the court says otherwise.
The court, of course, you know who they are.
The court stands for justice.
Yeah, the court stands for justice in court.
So you don't believe in the courts?
I believe in the courts. What can you do? They are there. They are supposed to do their duties. They are doing their duties. It's not about believing.
So if you don't believe Bola Tinubu won the election, the court in the first, the results at the poll says he won. The court in the first instance says he won. Yes. The court in the second instance says he won.
Yes, but the facts on the ground said he didn't win.
Who now won? Atiku?
Peter Obi won that election.
That came third?
According to the result that was announced, not according to the true results.
So how do you determine who won an election?
We have the data now. Look, we had monitors on the field. We had agents on the field. We collected our data. We know our results. We know the results that are coming in from the field. We can see clearly the point at which they were altered. We can see clearly, you know.
Was it altered in Anambra? Was it altered in Abia? Was it altered in Enugu? Peter Obi won landslide. He won over 90% of the votes in that region.
Yes.
He beat Bola Tinubu in Lagos.
Yes.
He had huge votes in the North Central.
It doesn't mean there are no states where election was conducted. There are. You know, when you do rigging, you rig only where you are strong. And because...
Is Peter Obi strong in Lagos? That is Bola Tinubu's state.
Yes.
As a politician, you know what it means when you lose your home top.
I know what it means. They didn't understand the demography of Lagos very well at that time.
So it was a shocker.
It was a shocker. They underplayed the demography of Lagos. And it shocked them. And the demography showed. Subsequent elections, they worked on that demographic issue. That's why there was voter suppression in the gubernatorial election. And in this last election, local government. The demography took them by surprise.
Would you still be supporting Peter Obi in 2027?
I think they say a day in politics is long. Things have changed. The parameters that we were used to evaluate our candidate in 2023 is going to be different from this one. Things have moved on. So we'll see when we get there, we'll see what.
So this your antagonism and criticism of Bola Tinubu is personal?
It's not personal. I thank God that I didn't make a mistake of being in this government. I thank God that he gave me that opportunity at that time to distance myself from that government. I don't know, because if I were in this government, I probably would have been sacked a long time ago, or probably would have been killed, or I probably would have resigned.
Why?
Because the way they run the government doesn't gel with me.
What makes you think?
I cannot go to a meeting in which 99% of the participants are Yorubas. I lived in Lagos for a long time. The tendency that they finish the meeting in their language and then I'm just sitting down there. I cannot go.
Is that what operates?
Yeah. They are so predominant in the system. They are so predominant in the system.
So you're accusing this government and President Bola Tinubu of nepotism.
Let me tell you, when we were doing the campaign, after he went to that Lagos and said that thing that he said about Emeloko.
That's Ogun State.
Yeah, in Ogun State. There was a Bola Tinubu platform in which were participating. And they started insulting Northerners. Northerners are this, Northerners are this, Northerners are this, they are illiterate. So I wrote on that platform, a WhatsApp group. These are the people whose votes we will need. If you antagonize them, we are finished. Then I wrote that. The problem with Yorubas, and I still repeat it, is that when you support them and they win, they turn around to convert you as if they behave as if they have subdued you, as if they have conquered you. They will not count your support. When I used to say that all the time, even when we sit in his house and they say, no, BG, it's not like that. I used to say, look, gentlemen, if they are honest, bring them on this television, they will remember. I said, the things that we are just doing this because we want Bola Tinubu to be president, we that are not Yorubas will regret it. Because when you go there, they throw us out. They say, no, BD, why are you saying that? It's not true. It's happening now.
Is it happening now?
Exactly. Worse than that. I didn't expect it to.
Oh my, wow. You hear that thing when you talk towards the end, and that particular thing when you talk for the end, now waiting make people don't they drag am. They talk, say, how can you talk down on an entire ethnic group like that? And people don't they use and they drag them. And then how also would you talk down on the president like that? Revealing secrets of waiting happen for inside WhatsApp group where all of them belong to. How do you go that far? I mean, if you say this person was once your friend, are there not things that should be very sacred in that friendship where it be say you're not supposed to bring out to the fore, to the public at all, much less a public television, I mean a national TV, much less a national TV. Shouldn't there be things that should be very sacred about relationships that you just keep very sacred, and no matter what your friend do you no go let these things come out of anywhere at all. You could just keep quiet. How do you say this kind of thing about an entire ethnic group? And people were outraged, people were angry. But then I really would love to take your thoughts and opinion about the things that he said. Really, first of all, from the beginning, when he talks, say, believe say Bola made Tinubu win the election. When he say Tinubu my friend, but then he talks, say the problem with Tinubu is that he thinks too highly of himself, and that those things, and when he talk. And then somehow he now narrowed it down. Abi, he now broadened it to an entire ethnic group. This now one of the matter we make people don't look and like say, no, 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 Babacha, this one you not do well at all for this particular one. No, you not do well for this one. How do you say this kind of thing about an ethnic group? How do you say this? So the thing don't cause a lot of outrage, and people don't they react because of this one we be say he talk. Now speaking about Peter Obi himself, he don't also come out and talk today. He talk say the rate of hunger and poverty for inside Nigeria, say not just be about statistics, because statistics no dey enough to describe and to explain the reality of the hunger we Nigerians dey face, because na actually true hunger na people dey face. Now, Obi talked this one for inside the post ABC, of course, he make yesterday, explaining the harsh reality that millions of Nigerians were grappling with, uh, acute shortages and multi-dimensional poverty as a scale never before seen in this country. That is, they witness these things at the level where be said they never ever witnessed them before for inside the country. Now, the former Anambra State governor say, in our honor today, in our country today, hunger and poverty are not just distant statistics, because not be statistics will go shop. They are also the harsh reality that millions of our people face daily. Recently, quoting him now, he says the United Nations stated that about 34 million Nigerians will face acute food security, and about 63% of our population, which is about 133 million people, now live in multidimensional poverty. This multidimensional poverty, not be recently. Now, since 2022, during the Muhammad Buhari regime, now the statistics come out. Since 2022, now they say we don't multidimensional poverty. And this one, you suppose don't pass multidimensional. You suppose enter coat of many colors poverty by now. Because if before the Buhari leave office, we dey multidimensional poverty, not even in 2023, in 2022, they say we dey multidimensional poverty. You can imagine the kind of poverty we will be involved in right now. Right now. The name of the poverty, if they give the current poverty name, it will shock you. Say that poverty go be something higher than multidimensional poverty. So I don't think I quite agree with Peter Obi that it is multidimensional poverty that Nigerians are facing right now. I think it's something worse than multidimensional poverty. You don't want to go out every day, or don't worry about that. Let's even leave that. But let's quote him further. He also said that inflation, even with the suppressed statistics, is nearly 30%. Wow. So when you talk about the suppressed statistics, I just want to laugh. You know why? Because now the APC administration they talk say inflation dey better now, because under Buhari regime, inflation was about 20 something percent when Buhari leave. Now waiting Tinubu meet am. And right now, e don come back to that. Even though say the thing go up to 30 something, go very high. They come say e don come down now to 20 something percent. Inflation did not come down, no. Inflation did not, it was just rebased. It was rebased. That is, the parameters wey dem dey use calculate inflation just change. They say, okay, we'll not go calculate and like this, we'll calculate and like this. And it's now looking different. So that's in nine bring and down. We come make and look like see inflation reduce. So when you use inflation is not down, economy is not stabilizing as a selling point or marketing tool. Come on, it's not marketing. Now, if you market for you for statistics, does it market in the pot of Nigerians where no get food inside their pots? It markets inside their empty pots. If you do that marketing, you don't sell them to Nigerians where their pots they empty, where they're hungry. So let's face reality. And it's very disheartening, really, when it they like say, especially people for the every ruling party. Now, this is not peculiar to APC alone, because I just want to accuse all ruling party generally. That's what they do. Anytime when people they government, they like say they detached from the realities of people. Like say they need to see the reality of what's like the true people they go through. So they feel like If they can afford anything, any other person can afford it. Sorry, that's not the reality. There are people who genuinely sleep and wake up every day without the slightest idea of what they will eat the next day. Even breastfeeding mothers will even be say that they breastfeed picking without eating food. They can't even lactate because there's no food in their system to produce milk. It is that painful. That one is even good. How about people that don't even have where to put their head? If you see the dilapidated places where people they sleep, let's forget about it. So a government where say they do well, shouldn't you care about housing or for your people? What will be the primary things and where be say be the needs of people? Food, shelter, and waiting again. Okay, so let's go back to Obi's message, Ujare, before I get emotional. So anytime I hear that inflation is reducing, it's usually very annoying because I know the prices, I know how I say there is no cost of any product where don't come down. And you do know that it is more painful that even government services themselves have not reduced. If inflation is reducing, why government their own service need to reduce? Let's start with customs. Let's start with customs. Right now, there is almost near crisis in the importation industry right now because I hear from the grapevine say that they give them some more bills where they go pay. People where I think terminal owners and the rest of them and importers are be forwarders, freight forwarders, they give them some kind bond they didn't get to pay. People that were paying about 100, 300 something thousand naira bond before will pay almost 10 million bond to do business. Where would they get it from? So even government service, they increase. If government service can increase, then where do you expect to see the reduction of inflation from? Because those private sectors where they patronize or they use the services of government, they go add the cost to the public. So anytime we keep saying that, oh, inflation is reducing, oh, and we use that as the selling point, it's such a pity. It's such a pity and it's very, very annoying. It's as if the government is deliberately inciting people or perhaps insulting people's sensibility. It's just very painful. Well, going back to Obi's message, Jerry. So he said inflation, even with the suppressed statistics, is nearly 30%, while unemployment and economic mismanagement have nearly wiped out our once vibrant middle class. Only people like Adelabu now, the Minister of Power, now if he built that kind of new house mansion like that in just 2 years of being in power. That's what people are saying, no, not me. Oh. Now, families who, according to him now, going back to his message, that one was not him. Oh. Going back to his message, he said families who once lived stable lives are now slipping into poverty. But this is not just ordinary, it is as a result of incompetent leadership without capacity and compassion. Now, waiting to blast this government yesterday, Peter Obi, who is saying that this incompetent leadership without compassion, who are not interested in putting the Nigerian people first in their actions. Other nations have faced similar challenges and turned their fortunes around through disciplined leadership, sound economic policies, and a total commitment from the leaders to invest in human development and pulling their people out of poverty. But for our own, no, once we pull out our politicians out of poverty, we are very all right. Where are you? Okay. Now, waiting people they talk. Oh, a recent example is what is happening in Argentina. In Argentina, over 52% of its population lived in poverty by nearly 2024, by early 2024, according to the World Bank. With millions of Argentines unable to meet basic needs, inflation was above 200%, and economic confidence had collapsed. Yet, within 2 years, through decisive action to cut waste in governance and prioritize economic stability, the newly inaugurated president was able to cut down the poverty rate to 38.1% from 52% in just 2 years, and extreme poverty fell to 8.2%. Okay, yeah, it fell to 8.2% with inflation just around 2.3% monthly. So we'd always look and like say, inflation see the two figures, and would they excited to say they fall? As at 2025, the urban poverty had declined to 31.6%, lifting millions of people out of poverty in Argentina. Investor confidence grew and economy began to grow. The people now see real improvement in their daily lives. So not be the improvement so you be say they go they tell you say improvement dey, you sef go dey check am say I dey pray one day make I see the improvement. Now improvement wey be say seeing is believing. You sef now you go dey hail the government say things don dey better oh. Now, I'm quoting Obi for that. He says both Argentina and the current Nigerian leadership assumed office in the same year. I think Argentina was in November. President Bola Tinubu, October, November, thereabouts, if I can remember. President Bola Tinubu was in May, but the same year, as quoted by Peter Obi now, the same year. And this proves what I okay. This proves what I have always stated, that 2 years may not be enough to change a nation with 100% turnaround, but it's more than enough to kickstart the transformation journey that will change the fortune of our country, our dear country, with the people witnessing real and genuine change. But only if the leadership is honest, focused, and committed to the people. Nigeria can work. We can reduce hunger and restore dignity to Nigerians, but this will not happen while corruption and criminality dominate our governance. Our nation requires leaders who will put the people first, manage resources prudently, and stand firm in rejecting corrupt practices. Where those leaders then they? Nigeria will work, but only if we as leaders commit to tackling corruption, cutting the cost of governance, and focusing on critical areas of development such as education, healthcare, and lifting the people out of poverty, just as other nations have done with remarkable results. Before I can talk, say a new Nigeria is possible. As always, there are people in his timeline also talking about this message ABC sent. So how dare he send that kind of message? How dare he say a thing like this? Or how dare he not say a thing like this? Well, this now we're seeing the BCP to be talk. Now speaking about politics and things we get to do with politics, the ADC don't talk um they go make sure say they give youth the opportunity to use thrive for inside their political party, because now one of the commitment to one of the things we be say they committed to. And David Mark now talk this one say now then be one party we be say go try best to give the youth the opportunity to fit tight governance and leadership position. Some people don't they look and like say, okay, this one they tell us now. What show because of waiting after now once on enter power after all of on na so na day before. Right now on a go enter power continue as on a day. Imagine you, David Mark, of since during military regime till now, and you're telling us this kind of thing, right? Okay, so going back to Tambawal's case, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, he don't also lambast the EFCC as say that they use themselves as a political weapon to target opposition figures, reacting to the detention of former, I think, Sokoto State Governor Waziri Tambowa, Aminu Waziri Tambowa. Article claimed that that the move was part of a broader agenda to harass, intimidate, and decimate members of the opposition coalition. I wait in it talk. But EFCC don't answer and say, ooh, you cannot stop us from doing our work. Ooh. Now, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has faulted claims by the African Democratic Congress and, of course, Atiku Abubakar and the rest of them that it is being used by the ruling All Progressive Congress to prosecute opposition leaders, insisting its operations are non-partisan and have no sacred cows. Oga, wetin happen to better you do? Wetin happen? Till now, I never do, and I never choke for better you do matter. You've not even said jack with all the evidences. That one no be financial misappropriation. I be that one no get to do with grafting. People have not done well. Sorry, Pastor in charge of EFCC have spoken, so we have to believe him. Now, today, Tuesday, for inside statement, ABC, the spokesperson of EFCC raised, Dele Oyewole, the commission described the ADC's comment on self-serving, diversionary, narrow, and idle, maintaining that corruption cases must be investigated regardless of political affiliations or if the time elapsed. It then talk a lot of things. They can't talk. Say, then talk plenty of things. Then talk plenty of things. Now, quoting EFCC chairman Ola Olukoyede, Mr. Oyewole said, "If I am not condemned, excuse me, if I am not condemned for investigating both former and serving strong ruling party governors and ministers, I should not be condemned for also investigating opposition figures. Fraud is fraud. Corruption is corruption. There is no sacred cow, protected interest, or partisan consideration in the investigation of corruption or prosecution of corruption. Now, the EFCC noted that it has it has ongoing cases against individuals from across the political spectrum, including seven state governors, ministers, and senior officials in the ruling party, as well as prominent opposition leaders. Where them now? The ones of the ruling party, how many of them would they do this kind of thing? That's what people are saying. It's just like the case of Kwam 1, Kwam 2. That's just what people are saying. When the pilot now don't even come out, come also talk. Now, what people they talk with that? Make you not do one person leave the other now. What's in here for that? It says every corruption alleged allegation deserves to be investigated, and there is no constraint of time and season in criminal investigation, according to them. So, going for that, you don't see as Ibina did accuse Aminu Waziri Tambawa of withdrawing cash of 189 billion naira. Omo, there's some things where you go here, you go get heart attack because you just be wondering, wait, what is giving Nigerian politicians mind? How do we live? How I don't want to call it wickedness. This is just because we heard Tambawa's case. So you never hear other people's own case. So maybe if you hear other people's case, you go just understand, say, anybody who takes in Nigeria broke, the person they lie. Because how do we just mention monies like without conscience? What 180 something billion naira, and it's not a problem for us. And this is even because Tambuwa is an opposition. If you wait and tell you see, for every, I would rather if Nigerians can only come together and make sure that every 4 years they chase ruling parties away. Every ruling party will enter another 4 years, man, another one enter. That's the only way people will know the truth of the monies that are stolen in this country. That is one way to catch your politicians, including the ones that are sins. If every 4 years, when I could just be putting new people into power, so that when the new one comes in, you go do them waiting Buhari do Jonathan. So say whenever they see wetin dey happen, we never hear of corruption well about for inside APC. We don't know jack about wetin dey happen for corruption for APC. What we are seeing now is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, when opposition party take over APC, now if when I hear their own corruption cases, you know that the Ezani Alison Madueke, that Suki Gate is a child's play. That's what people are saying. Say now when another opposition enter, because right now, of course, the only thing this administration will shout is that, oh, we inherited a collapsed economy. Oh, who be the people who make the economy collapse? They cannot even call them. They cannot even prosecute them. They can't do anything to them. Why? Because na joro to joro. So it doesn't matter. They're not going to say about it. Because if you hear the kind of money we be say our politicians, you could just the one that say, what did they give them this kind of mind? Well, make I enter inside another matter. So, constituents of Ringim and Taura Federal Constituency have rejected and returned cash gifts from their representative at the National Assembly, Saadu Wada Taura. Now, the outrage by constituents was triggered after the lawmaker published names of those who received cash gifts or support from him since his assumption in office in 2023. So the lawmaker recently unveiled his book of achievement while speaking at the Jigawa State Citizenship Engagement Program organized by the Jigawa State government. The lawmaker was booed by the constituents, preventing him to mention some of his achievements before the gathering. Now, the newsman cited the controversial book of achievements, which included a list of 154 persons who he gifted money or assisted in the last 2 years in one way or the other. So maybe if you come meet them or as a friend or person where say, honorable, I beg, I need something to pay school fees, you go add you for the names of people I have helped. And then he published the names. And Nigerians in constituents are not having it. They have come for him and said, what is the meaning of this you're doing? Okay, we need to do with you again at all. Now, the publication didn't go down well with some of the beneficiaries, provoking them to send return the lawmaker's money back to his personal account number. They send them back to him. One beneficiary of 20,000 naira cash gift, Haruna Sintil Mawa, who also sent back his money, described the publication as embarrassing and disgraceful. He gave him 20,000 naira. The guy returned the 20,000. But according to him, one day we met and greeted with the lawmaker. He gave me 20,000 naira. To my surprise, I came across one book with my name boldly written among those who benefited from the lawmaker. Just for 20,000 naira. I never requested any money from the lawmaker. He gave it to me of his own free accord. Then you they put my name for your book of gifting. So you give me gift. What also in the list, Umahani Hassan, who benefited 50,000 naira assistance. Her husband Haruna Ishiako also sent back the amount received by his wife as wedding presents to the lawmaker. In the list also, in the list, some other people were also in the list and they all sent back their gifts. Okay, maybe I'll quickly go play on that video again. For those who just joined us, we know watch that video on Babachir Lawal and those very damning things when you talk so that we will begin to take your calls
to
and
the other side
reactions
and
about
fairly
that
speaking
and
to
listening get to talk.
another 8 years. Those are the arguments of some Nigerians who think fairness is only if power. And that's the reason why your very good friends, Peter Obi and Rotimi Amici said...
And Bola Tinubu must include him.
Is Bola Tinubu still your friend?
Yes, of course.
Your former friend or your present friend?
We are friends. We've not had a conference to dissolve it. We have to meet to dissolve it. We've not.
No, but you've been speaking against him so fiercely.
Yes, I should.
Is that how you speak against your friends?
Oh, yes, you are free. You should be in a position to tell your friend the truth.
On television?
On television, if he doesn't listen individually.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
July 2002.
That's a long time. That's 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, so that maybe he's now your acquaintance, not your real friend any longer.
Well, I don't know. At one time, as part of our problem when it started, he called one of our friends to bring a dictionary and read what does the friend means. The problem with Bola Tinubu is that he thinks I'm the one that offended him. I didn't offend him. He offended me.
What did you do to him?
No, it's not for television, that one. But he offended me. And he's full of himself. And he thinks that because he's now so-called president.
Is he so-called or is he the president?
So-called.
That's the president of the Federal Republic.
I believe he didn't win the election.
What makes you think so? Because you supported Peter Obi?
Yes.
So that's why you think...
The results available to us at that time believe he didn't win the election.
But the court says otherwise.
The court, of course, you know who they are.
The court stands for justice.
Yeah, the court stands for justice in court.
So you don't believe in the courts?
I believe in the courts. What can you do? They are there. They are supposed to do their duties. They are doing their duties. It's not about believing.
So if you don't believe Bola Tinubu won the election, the court in the first, the results at the poll says he won. The court in the first instance says he won. Yes. The court in the second instance says he won.
Yes, but the facts on the ground said he didn't win.
Who now won? Atiku?
Peter Obi won that election.
That came third?
According to the result that was announced. Not according to the true results.
So how do you determine who won an election?
We have the data now. Look, we had monitors on the field. We had agents on the field. We collected our data. We know our results. We know the results that are coming in from the field. We can see clearly the point at which they were altered. We can see clearly, you know.
Was it altered in Anambra? Was it altered in Abia? Was it altered in Enugu? Peter Obi won landslide. He won over 90% of the votes in that region.
Yes.
He beat Bola Tinubu in Lagos.
Yes.
He had huge votes in the North
Central. It doesn't mean there are no states where election was conducted. There are. You know, when you do rigging, you rig only where you are strong. And because...
Is Peter Obi strong in Lagos? That is Bola Tinubu's state.
Yes.
As a politician, you know what it means when you lose your home top.
I know what it means. They didn't understand the demography of Lagos very well at that time.
So it was a shocker.
It was a shocker. They underplayed the demography of Lagos. And it shocked them. And the demography showed. Subsequent elections, they worked on that demographic issue. That's why there was voter suppression in the gubernatorial election. And in this last election, local government. The demography took them by surprise.
Would you still be supporting Peter Obi in 2027?
I think they say a day in politics is long. Things have changed. The parameters that we were used to evaluate our candidate in 2023 is going to be different from this one. Things have moved on. So we'll see when we get there, we'll see what.
So this your antagonism and criticism of Bola Tinubu is personal?
It's not personal. I thank God that I didn't make a mistake of being in this government. I thank God that he gave me that opportunity at that time to distance myself from that government. I don't know, because if I were in this government, I probably would have been sacked a long time ago, or probably would have been killed, or I probably would have resigned.
Why?
Because the way they run the government doesn't gel with me.
What makes you think?
I cannot go to a meeting in which 99% of the participants are Yorubas. I lived in Lagos for a long time. The tendency that they finish the meeting in their language and then I'm just sitting down there. I cannot go.
Is that what operates?
Yeah. They are so predominant in the system. They are so predominant in the system.
So you're accusing this government and President Bola Tinubu of nepotism.
Let me tell you, when we were doing the campaign, after he went to that Lagos and said that thing that he said about Emeloko.
That's Ogun State.
Yeah, in Ogun State. There was a Bola Tinubu platform in which we're participating. And they started insulting Northerners. Northerners are this, Northerners are this, Northerners are this, they are illiterate. So I wrote on that platform, a WhatsApp group. These are the people whose votes we will need. If you antagonize them, we are finished. Then I wrote that. The problem with Yorubas, and I still repeat it, is that when you support them and they win, they turn around to convert you as if they behave as if they have subdued you, as if they have conquered you. They will not count your support. When I used to say that all the time, even when we sit in his house, I would say, no, BG is not like that. I used to say, look, gentlemen, if they are honest, bring them on this television, they will remember. I said, the things that we are just doing this because we want Bola Tinubu to be president. We that are not Yorubas will regret it. Because when you go there, they throw us out. They say, no, BD, why are you saying that? It's not true. It's happening now.
Is it happening now?
Exactly. Worse than that. I didn't expect it to.
So, and I don't hear that again for the benefit of those who maybe no hear them earlier when I play them. I just thought to play that again. Did you hear that? Did you hear those things he said? How dare he say such things? Phone lines don't open. Oh, make it be saying up in my mouth alone. Go to hear these things. I'm going to talk about them. Make on self just call in. Make on get on our insights. And if you've not subscribed to this platform before, what are you waiting for now? Yeah, click on the subscription button, subscribe, follow us like a village people, and like and share this post. Very importantly, like and share this post. So let's get back to some other conversation. While phone lines will be open for you to jump in very straight away. Did I tell you that the governor of Akwa Ibom State said, "You see, you Nigerians, you don't know how to say the truth. You will see a very nice man like President Bola Tinubu, an angel, you call him devil. Why are you people like this? You see an angel, you call him devil. Why are you people like this? Why are you people like this?" But let me get straight down to the conversation that's got to do with a young lady where be said they victimized. Now, a lot of evidences don't come up to they show say the airline hostess, that is the Ibom Air hostess, they deliberately incite passengers, and once you turn on camera, she go play the victim. After she don't provoke and incite you to action. That's now waiting a lot of people they talk. And that now don't the trend. In fact, some people don't go as far as calling for the for the punishment of the air hostess. As I speak to you, so many civil society organizations, the NMA don't come to us say they go buy the matter of Comfort in Manson. They go carry her matter for head. They go buy her matter. A civil society, one particular civil society organization, the Network for the Actualization of Social Growth and Viable Development, has called for a thorough investigation into the Ibom Air regulatory authorities. And they talk say they not like the way they dehumanize the young lady. And NBA, will be the Nigerian Bar Association, don't also throw their weight heavily behind the young lady. Say they not get hand inside that kind of thing, the way they treat that girl at all. Say them they need to support that kind of thing. At all. The way that that young lady was treated, that they don't like it, and they have offered to give her a pro bono service. Say free of charge, then go represent her for free of charge without her paying for it. Now, before I speak further on the things and where people don't talk, there are pockets of evidences where BCB don't come out. Some of them came out yesterday, and I think I forgot to play some of them. Yeah, there was also a WhatsApp message. I think this WhatsApp conversation came out yesterday when somebody was like, hey, he was on board. It was a crew member that resisted the lady from coming down because of put off your phone and not put off your phone issue. The lady told the crew that her phone was already on flight mode. After landing, they refused to allow the lady from coming down, saying they have called the airport security to pick her up. In fact, they pushed the lady back to her seat. That is, that they pushed her back to her seat. So you remember when that young lady was talking, she kept saying that, what did you do? When the air hostess was saying, she slapped me, she hit me. And the girl kept saying, what did you do? What did you do? And then she kept asking, is there camera in there? She wanted to know if there was camera on board. Those parts, because it had a touch of violence, I couldn't really, post most of those areas. But she kept shouting that way, that, what did you do? What did you do? Is there camera in there? I want to know if there's camera in there. Apparently, some more people wey follow for inside the flight don't come out now. Come the review say, wetin happen pass wetin e be say the account wey the airline actually give as per their explanation to wetin happen, and that it was actually the girl that was unfairly treated by the airline. Let's take this account of a supposed, okay, no, not even this one, not be one of the passengers. I'll go back to one of the passengers. Now, this is a lady who said she also has boarded another flight, an Ibom Air flight, with this same air hostess. And where this same air hostess had treated someone badly. When we'll finish that, we'll now go to the captain because the captain of the airline just spoke to China's television this evening. We'll also talk with the captain. I'll play within the captain talk. But here is an account of another lady. In fact, the lady recorded what ensued. And immediately she said, immediately camera came up, this lady started behaving well. Immediately camera came up, this same air hostess started behaving well. But initially, once the camera was up, she was very rude to the passenger involved. And the difference is that most of the passengers came out and stood for that guy that was badly treated at that time. Else he would have, they were already calling the security for him too, I guess. But he come out there, all of them passengers, they say they no great, and then carry the guy matter for head at that time. Well, let me play the account of this person who shared the same flight yesterday, first of all, on Sunday. Then we'll go back.
How's the family? I wanted to drop, bros, good morning, sir. How's the family? I wanted to drop a message at your Facebook. I actually dropped a message on your Facebook regarding to this Ibom Air flight saga. But I just noticed that I could actually send a message to this your WhatsApp number. I don't know if it's the right one to do, but let me just say something in regards to this air flight stuff. Honestly speaking, that lady did not do up to 10% of what I would have done if I were in her shoes. I don't want to elongate the matter. I'll just give it direct to the point where the truth is those people posted what they want everybody to see. They posted the narrative, like they created and painted the narrative that they want people to see. So people could actually pity them, or I don't know how to put it. So you grab. This lady was not insultive. She was not rude. She was not, like, I don't even know the word to put. The whole issue started from the air hostess. That lady is power drunk. If there's anything like that, that is the word I can use right now. That lady is power drunk. Like, she's all this kind of Nigerian elders that want everything they say to be done the way they said it, how they want it, when they want it. Because tell me the reason you went to meet somebody. Mind the way I was on the flight. How do you go and meet somebody and say, "Hey, off your phone"? And the person is like, sorry, my phone is on flight mode. I'm actually just scrolling through my videos and editing videos. And the next thing you could raise your voice is, all these useless children, all these people with no respect. Do I look like your mate? Do I do this? Do I do that? And the lady is still come and tell you, but I've told you I've off it. The lady is even trying to show you, took the phone, smashed it on the floor. Excuse me. She kept quiet. Now, on coming down, okay, fast forward to when you run abuses on her, people are even trying to tell you, madam, you don't do it. They tell us that they won't bring the plane down. Hello. Okay, the lady has kept her phone now. She kept the phone. You ran her pieces. Now it's time to highlight from the, what is it called? The plane. You blocked her, saying you have caused security on her. People are asking you what happened. Okay, the lady is trying to call. You will push her away. She's trying to pass. You will push her away. He's saying everybody, other person should pass. See, it's a part that they wanted the country to see. That is what they posted on. The truth be told, when those security people came, do you know what happened? That cake was very, very quiet. From the dragging of clothes to the slapping, that hair hostess literally slapped that lady. The lady did not even raise her. If not me, not be this way they say. I forbid her first man, I know say see what I really do. You smashed her on the floor, pushed her on the floor so people could step on her and pass, and you denied her. Then when people are trying to, okay, the security persons came, and there was a pastor in the board that was trying to you guys should calm down. This is not what happened. And the next thing that you could cover from your mouth was that you want me to use the man as as a example. Whether you want me to use the man as an example, whether not two of them plan to come bring down the people. Hello! You insulted the lady. You slapped her. You even went ahead to call her prostitutes and the rest of things. Guy, please, is there a way that you guys could actually, I beg, see, if you get wetin I don't know how I want take if you fit do this my voice note make people hear am and abeg I go like I go happy well well but the truth is this for me to come out e go hard me because why Nigeria matter you know as e dey be especially how they take do this girl wey do NYSC so after voicing out at the end of everything the 77K was being paid now they didn't give her NYSC so I just say my enter your DM tell you well if you guys you do am make you do am because the truth is that it was that hair hostess and the hair hostess now evil winch working on God it is well no.
Okay. So that's an account of one of the passengers which share the same air plane, which share the same, flight with this lady, Comfort Emerson on Saturday. That's one of them. Now, this is an account of another person where be say also experienced this same lady on a different occasion entirely. This one, I think it was on a flight going to Accra on a flight going to Accra. That's when he experienced, or this lady experienced this. In fact, the lady said that she's had that experience with this same Ibom Air hostess. She says that the hostess is vindictive and likes to oppress passengers. That's on a flight to Accra, the air hostess also fought with a passenger who was also forcefully removed by security. And once camera come, she begin act all innocent, like say she know that. So it's like a script that she plays. Listen to that
As at
person,
that
that
time,
lady.
he had turned the phone off. As at that time, he had turned the phone off. As at that time, he had turned the phone off. No, she was rude. You people listen to your client. You're listening one way and it's not right. She's very rude. They bring him back because what you are doing now is cheating to the guy. You didn't even listen to the guy. Yes, you're very rude. You're very rude. She didn't say that. You're very rude.
So if she did not say that,
She came to me first. She was very rude.
I understand.
She provoked the guy. She brought the thing out. There's a way to talk. She was very rude.
I understand.
She provoked the guy.
But then there are ways to handle it. You cannot.
Sir, can I tell you something? She's in the service business. She's the one that's supposed to explain to the guy. It's not the guy that she explains to
I
her.
have to do a PA. You know I made a PA.
You don't have to take it.
I made twice.
Can I tell you? You see that time she came to meet me? You see when she came to meet
When
me?
she came, the first time she came, we stopped and I made a PA. I made
He
a
had
PA.
turned
And
it
then the
off.
second time,
He had turned it off
I
then.
made another PA. Say no.
He had turned it off then.
And then I sent her back again.
So let me tell you what happened. When she came to meet him, and she was insisting, the guy turned it off. But the way she was talking, the guy wanted to stress her because he had turned it off.
Exactly.
But then, no, people talk to your client, to your they talk better.
You know it will be resolved, but everybody needs to sit down when they end up the room.
Testify what happened.
It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. You started with me. It's not fair. The guy has to come back.
Just the best your caller will play like what was saying all before. I'm not too strong. What the fuck,
Now, according to this lady, she talks, say, this lady was insulting people, hissing, cursing them, but immediately camera come, piam, this lady begin behave like a nice person and act like there is nothing wrong. So, trying to state that what she did yesterday when she came out to say she hits me, that it was all drama because she's used to, when she evoke your emotions and all that, then she go begin play the victim. That's now what people they talk. But as I speak to you, I don't tell you say the NBA don't come by her matter and then talk say then go give her pro bono service. Even civil society organizations don't talk say they very bitter at the way EB say the lady they treated. Now the Nigerian Bar Association condemned the treatment of Miss Comfort Emerson over an incident aboard an Ibom Air flight, describing it as a violation of her right and dignity. The saddest part we say this girl na Akwa Ibom State to say that they do I'm waiting for them to do parapo in this business because Akwa Ibom State government, the owners of the airline, never come out come talk anything about this matter. However, the NBA, in the same vein, pledged to provide Emerson with pro bono legal support to seek redress, insisting that respect for human dignity and the rule of law must never be compromised. In a statement signed by its president, Mazi Afamusi Osigwe San, and the General Secretary, Dr. Mobolaji Ojibara, the NBA criticized Ibom Air and the airline operators of Nigeria AON for imposing a lifetime ban on Emanson without a fair hearing. Ibom Air don't come out contact, say no be them record the naked pictures and no be them release the naked pictures. But whether or not on record and release the naked pictures, why rush to give punitive measures without hearing from on the other side? Why just hear your own person perspective and you rush? Why were you in a hurry to give punitive measures? Why not just raise a statement, condemn whatever you have to condemn? Say, however, appropriate actions will be taken after further investigation or after thorough investigation. Why didn't you say so? At least you won't have to swallow your pride or swallow your speech now, or swallow your words back now by going back to say, oh no, I'm sorry. I've realized that it was actually our air hostess that incited you and made you say the things you said. So you can't take that back. And I'm sure it will be very embarrassing for the airline to take that back right now. But this is the kind of danger and harm, embarrassment that they've caused themselves. So the NBA is, in support fully of the girl, except of that note said they forcibly removed her from the aircraft, stripped her, of her clothing in public, and humiliated her. With the incident filmed and shared online. In fact, the paper where they even use carry her go court sef and we carry her land for prison don't even show say they even backdate the incident like say it happened for October. And part of wetin make she dey kirikiri right now. The paper, it don't leak. It was backdated as if that thing happened as far back as October. And people are already complaining that what kind of a country are we? So people basically just buy judgments, whether or not you're ripe or due for that judgment. As long as you have connection, you buy it. Other people don't come. Different people, them, different witnesses, don't they come out, they talk. I'm not going to feel they talk all of them. So many people. Some people doing it anonymously. But where a lot of people have an issue is with the passengers on board that aircraft. Why it be say passengers go dey aboard that aircraft, see wetin their fellow passenger they go through, and none of them revolted and said, you know what, I am not leaving this aircraft, or we're not leaving until she can live with us, knowing that she was being victimized. Why? Why did they leave her? You see, this thing what would they do for Nigeria? This everybody on your own or your attitude, OYO, it's very bad and dangerous because you don't know the day to be your turn. Tomorrow it may just be your own turn. Today it may be another person. Tomorrow it may be you. It may be any other person tomorrow. Why do we see injustice happen to someone and we just keep quiet and walk away? And this kind of matter, and I make some of us they like say, "Osabi buy people case for head." Because how do you just see? There are some things that'll just irk you. It could just do you somehow for body to the see them. You cannot want to see that kind of thing. How do people have the mind and conscience and see that your fellow human being is legitimately, illegitimately, illegally victimized, and you just keep quiet and just watch it and just pass because it's not you? Tomorrow it can be your child, it could be your family member tomorrow. You can't tell. So the injustice will be say you tolerate because you don't get you don't get anything to do with you today. Tomorrow, if you reach your turn, and when you reach your turn that tomorrow, what would you do? You'll be expecting people to come to your aid, Abby. You expect people to fight for you. You expect people to speak up for you when you could not speak up for others when it happened. Even those who managed to speak up, as they talk, say that they plead anonymity because no one made them mention them. Well, make I go play you waiting the make I go play you waiting the pilot talk for inside the conversation because the pilot spoke today on Channels Television and he had this to say. Take a listen.
I did not see where the cabin crew, as the flight attendants, called the pilots to say, hey, this is what's going on. The second gap I noticed is when the lady in question hits the flight attendant, nothing was done. Someone decided to start making a video. I say it all the time. Instead of making a video, why don't you try and resolve the issue? But social media these days is, I want to be the one who posts the video. Now, for the entire situation, there are three people I blame. Number one, the security agencies. Number two, the flight crew, the entire flight crew, captain, first officer, and flight attendants. And number three, the ground personnel. There should be some form of training to bridge conflict resolution among all three. Where, okay, if this is happening, we have an unruly passenger who makes the final call of kicking them off. Okay, who now decides to kick them off? From what I saw, it was almost like it was the ramp agents were the one that were bringing her out. That's not done anywhere except in Nigeria. You have police, you have airport police. The reason for airport police, that is literally, other than protecting lives and well-being, is for situations like that where if you have to take someone out, because the police is not just police for, like I said, protecting lives. They are also a form of sensitive security. When you see a police officer and he says, hey, you have to do this, you have to respect his authority. Nothing like that was done. Instead, it seems like the ramp agents took the laws into their hands to forcefully remove her. And then she was also assaulted in the process. So I don't know what the training is like in Nigeria, or how they get their training done, on what's who is who. And if you now relate the same thing with what happened on the guy's case, I think they said he's a musician or something. Yes, it's looking like selective justice because nobody did that to him. But it can't be like, say, because in Nigeria, when they feel say nobody know, she can just get the whole brunt of the law. And for him, he came out apologized. For her, I don't know, but I don't think she's even been given an opportunity to apologize. I heard this morning that she's in Kirikiri prison, and I'm like, wait, when did the judge preside on this? When did all of these things go on? I went on the internet and I said, yeah, it's social media.
So you heard that. That's not the pilot of the aircraft, the Ibom Air flight to ABC being caused with Wahala being enter inside. So that's not the pilot, and that's his account. From what he stated, the cabin crew did not even call his attention to this saga where it happened. That means this lady herself take the decision unilateral by herself, by her own power and might, as the Lord and personal savior of the aircraft at that time. She took the power. She carried the power by her hand. Take the decision. She took the decision by herself. She don't even wait to say, okay, let me hear what my captain would say and all that. No, she had to take decision. I'm trying to get that footage I told you about how they backdated her document so you say they used charge her go court and used reminder for Kirikiri. They backdated it to October. It was backdated. Well, tomorrow I'm going to have an aviation expert join me on the show to break down this conversation, make we know so that because it be like say we don't get one too many. And if this kind of ill manner, bad manners by air hostesses not true, themselves, as much as they have the we are the right of the citizens all on day for this matter, because it is very important. Make we also know we will be citizens, we be safe they affected by this thing, where our rights them come day, because we need to know where our rights day. This now the you can see the date circled there. You can see that date. Now the date of the year. This is Nigeria for you. That's what happened. Well, phone lines are open, my people. Please kindly calling 081702940077. That's the number to call. On WhatsApp alone, not only WhatsApp, you can get that number 081702940077 so that you can put mouth for the talk we say we get tonight as it gets to do with this matter. Meanwhile, we'll see they talk about the NYC girl. Oh no, Rita, that is Raye. Shawari and the rest of them don't carry Anugu Grey Waka or protest go NYC headquarters. Nothing they happen. They never still answer them. They may protest for 10 days. Self. If the organ at the top does not give go ahead for her discharge to be given, it will not be given. That is your country. Meanwhile, her lawyer Nikki being off on Don't Come FM, Don't Come and Talk say she did not abstain from doing her April clearance. She actually did her clearance. But now one local government officer, just one human being, one woman, now hold that down. After I don't do her mini money, push her up and down, finish. Still refused to clear her for the month of April. Deliberately so. Some civil servants this kind of people, they say some of them no go make heaven. Even if some make heaven, they feel no see Jesus at the end of the day. Well, phone lines are open, please. Kindly join the link on the pinned comment and it will bring you straight to the studio. Or you call the WhatsApp number 0817-029-4077. I think I have other stories I'd like to dig on, but let's just begin to take your thoughts and reactions on this. Do I have someone in the studio? Good evening and welcome. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Are you there? Good evening. That's Flagship. Mr. Flagship, good evening. Can you hear me? Okay. So whilst we are also on that call, now people don't agitate, they talk, say, wait, more than 1 week after this incident now, we'll never hear from Kwamwan. Where is Kwamwan? After all these things really happened. Why we'll never hear from him? I'll get back to Flagship. Let me quickly take this call. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening, Precious.
Sir.
How are you doing today?
I do fine. I'm very well. Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Yes, sir. I don't know whether our country knows that there's international community watching what's going on.
Do you know that these videos are going viral all over in those countries where you are?
We have our embassies, the different foreign embassies are watching what is trending in Nigeria today, this week. What a shameful thing.
Sorry.
What a shameful thing. Honestly speaking, it's quite embarrassing. I look at our court on within 24 hours as judge, as investigate, and reminded somebody in the Greek. Man, Nigeria, we are working now. The judiciary is working now. Because they can do it over the 24 hours.
But the judiciary been there on holiday. Oh.
That's what I want to know.
So which time when they use hear the case, come remand that for prison?
Exactly. The holiday. I know that was never said people are listening and watching what's going on. It's like this remind me of the film, that India main film. What you can do is it's a country of everybody's on your own. Look at what they did to that young lady.
Thank you.
That criminal had no right to stop her. She had no. You know what? If this brother to that girl, I'll be drinking because I know I'll make money.
Not in Nigerian court, though. You do what? In Nigerian court.
In Nigerian system, wrong way. But if it's foreign, the guy is in his better soup now. The harassment is so tough.
That stigma is going to live with that girl for a very long time. A very, very long time. As much as she was wrong for not controlling her temper, but then again you would ask, what made her...
Wait, let me be precious. Please, nobody said they don't control. That girl was pushed and she know that this thing have shown out. She got mad.
Now wait till make she no agree for anybody that time. Anybody when near her, she dey shout.
She was mental. So buying flight in Nigeria is not ₦1. It's not bonanza. She paid her boy to get a flight. You can use a bus. She bought a flight and then you embarrass her in that manner. Even if your reverend sister should go wide. And what you should, those videos are not live video. They were recorded and then posted. So those people know the one they edited. How can someone post such video out for the public? If the hosted want to hand out to the security, they are the ones that open the door of the craft. Before the self-bagging, they were invited security. And they will hand over for the door. So
the problem, see, you don't even understand me. For that lady to act like God, not even letting her work out. You go let her work out. Working out does not mean that she has checked out from the security of the airport. Before you go reach where she go check out, then go still nab her for gates. You don't understand? They go nab her.
There's a different way you can do it. You want the aircraft landed. Before they open the door, they have alerted the security.
Exactly.
That the one that goes to open the door. Nobody see that there's a
they will just station at the departure. The security will just station at the departure and be looking out for her.
I don't know what's wrong with Nigeria.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Every week, new message.
New week, new drama, right?
I like this one. Like taking over so that our man PO will rest it a little bit now.
The PO self, you self, your own PO self, no great rest. The PO now another wahala day. You don't they go drag poverty. Don't they drag this government for poverty now?
Do talk that this time around. Last time
you know great rest.
But this time around, anything
Everything
you
in
don't
the
talk.
tweet, everything in the tweet.
If
This
they
girl matter, I
challenge
don't tweet about
our,
her 2 times. He don't tweet
I
about
know,
poverty.
if they challenge our Trump now, him and Trump, maybe he learns from Trump, how to tweet. Any single ticket, so this man, the rest. One man goes so as than everything they put
And
inside
I
social
know one
media.
believe saying a handler they handle that phone for him. I won't believe saying in the Twitter. Which handler we go to type every minute like that?
That man cannot, so that himself, you go to every, it's verified. You see, they're doing that. It's verified. They're doing that. Nobody do it for you.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you, Mr. Tony
President,
from
thank you
Chicago,
so
sir.
much. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you. I appreciate
Bye.
you. Thank you. Right. Bye. Okay. All right. I don't know if the flagship is ready to join us again. Mr. Flagship, good evening and welcome. Are you there, sir? Mr. Flagship, are you there? Looks like you're busy. Are you there? Good evening and welcome, sir. All right. Mr. Flagship, are you there? Oh, looks like you're in the middle of work and busy. So we do hope that we get you again. Kindly just send me a signal or maybe a chat once you're ready to talk so that I'll bring you back on board to chime in on the conversation. So as this one day happened, people don't they ask, say, where from one day? Because 1 week after this incident, now people are saying that wait, the Attorney General of the Federation has not said jack about Kwam situation, have not said anything, and they never think of say they go carry am in matter go court. So everywhere just they quiet. Abike Dabiri they ask for tamper justice with mercy. Everyone is just quiet. Nobody has said anything. Is this the way it's supposed to be? Then where is the justice? That now waiting people they come out, they can't talk. People don't they talk, say, with all the way where this girl case don't even come make create actions and reactions and people they talk and they complain. Is it not enough for the government to quickly, swiftly act on one situation? Why are they not bothered? Why are they not acting? A whole attorney general. Why you never talk? Mr. Flagship, welcome, please. Good evening. I cannot hear you. So if you can hear me, please unmute yourself because we can't hear you. We cannot hear you. We can't hear you from here at all. So if you're trying to talk, we cannot hear you. You may need to unmute yourself. Can you hear us? Our village people know I want me to put mouth for this talk this evening. We cannot hear you. We can. I don't know if you're even saying anything. We can't hear you, Mr. Flagship. Can you hear us? I'm beginning to get a few. Hello, hello. Okay. I don't know why we can't hear you. I want to believe it may be network issue. We cannot hear anything you say. I got a bit of a signal like I was close to getting to hear your audio, but then I lost it again immediately. I don't know. Maybe you have to check your audio. Maybe log out and come back again. Maybe it will pull through. Just to quickly state, on a not say killing happened again for inside Benue State. I be yesterday what I tell on I say for Yellow Water again. Then keep people so they carry the dead body, then cross main road. Say not gonna take am. Federal government can't carry on a dead body them. Can't carry we need to do again. The killing is too much. We don't want again. Come and carry we need to do again. That is exactly what's going on in Benue State. And people are still dying daily in their numbers. And we just the hope say the government will look up and deem and fit unnecessary to fit do something about it. I don't know why I can't get it. I think you muted me. I didn't mute you. I can't mute you from this end. It's you're not muted. You're not muted at all. You're not muted. It's okay, very okay from my end. I think it's something with your end, but let me see. It's you're not muted from my end at all. So I don't know why we can't hear you, Mr. Flagship. I don't know why we can't hear you. You're not muted from here. I haven't touched anything, so I don't know why we can't hear you at all. It's very unfortunate. Okay, all right then. Maybe I was trying to see if maybe we would have to have a conversation via the phone lines. If this will not be okay, but you can buzz off and come back again. Let's see. Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Hello. 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 All right. So I think there's something fundamentally wrong with your device. Maybe you just have to turn off and turn on again, and then we can hear. I would really love to get your insight on these conversations that we have, that we're addressing tonight, because I know, say, you could bring in the fire for this conversation. So maybe you could just turn off your device and turn them on again because I know if you hear you even for the other end. I don't know if you hear you at all. All right. So let me take a few messages whilst we work on that. Now, Precious, what happened is that the girl went to the restroom just before the plane landed. Other passengers had disembarked before she came out of the restroom. That was why it was possible for them to keep her back. Chai. But at what point did this air hostess now even push her down and told her to sit down? Push her back to her seat. At what point? And how dare the air hostess even touch, handle a passenger in that manner if that is correct? Wow, very bad. I felt so sad and ashamed. And this Ibom Air saga, forget about Kwam one. They will do absolutely nothing. It really does look like they will do absolutely nothing. He really tell like say they no go do anything because government. I no want talk say e be like say they don't do like say they get ear problem concerning the matter. They no want do anything about the matter, you know. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. In fact, this one begin make African China song self begin trend early this morning because people go say, oh, if rich man commit crime, they no go show him face for crime fighter. But if poor man commit crime, they go show him face for crime
Okay, it's
fighter.
unmuted.
Hey, yeah, I can hear you now. Good. I think I've
Yeah,
got your audio now.
yeah, sorry about that. I had to switch devices. I don't know what happened. Like I say, village people
Yeah, your
won't
village
enter this
people.
conversation today.
Ah, they know what you want talk. They carry
I
you
they
for mind. They say
tell
we know
you.
you.
I they tell you.
You're
Nah,
welcome. Good evening,
thank
sir.
you, thank you. How you did?
Welcome. I'm very good. I'm very well. How about
Oh,
you?
that's good. Very well, very well. I did well.
Welcome. Welcome. Go
Interesting
ahead, sir.
topic. I they say that the weekend is always pregnant for Nigeria, and on Monday they can't deliver.
So week where go sweet now from weekend do they know?
Now weekend, now you didn't know.
And I'm not gonna kill us on this Nigeria.
I they tell you.
Ah,
I
some
they,
people talk say, who they go pay for DSTV for Nigeria? They waste time.
you don't
Say
waste
just buy
time.
data. All the action there for
Enough.
data. Just buy data.
Enough.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, listen, and so yes, one make us start like this.
Mm.
Number one, I don't know why the NCAA chairman they asked people to come give account of what happened. Those
He wasn't the
planes there.
chairman. Was that the chairman? That was their spokesperson that said that. And that isn't that Michael Achimogo guy. That statement he
Yes,
made.
yes, Michael
Remember,
Achinogo,
you
yes.
remember that Michael Achimoga? I hope for you guys.
No,
Every time I keep
no,
asking about him, I hope you remember him. That was the
I
guy
know the
that
guy.
accused Atiku's daughter of, remember, during that election period.
Yes, yes. And
Ehen.
he
That
was also
blackmailed, that was the word, blackmailed Atiku through his daughter. Remember that
yes,
guy?
yes.
Ehen.
I
So
remember him.
every time I
And
dey like to remind you and say, remember Michael Achimogo. So this shows that the APC administration was deliberately using him against Atiku Abubakar at that time because they compensated him with this
this position.
appointment.
And since he entered this position, not only mess up, he did mess up.
Now waiting
You
people they
remember
talk. So some people don't remember
you
this thing to drag them. They know they remember this part.
exactly. And
Go
remember
ahead.
that Air France case for Abuja
Uh-huh.
when one passenger, when he not supposed to come out from plane, come out from
Hmm.
inside plane, enter terminal, cross immigration, come outside, and Michael
Yes.
Achinogo did
Person when they on transition, Abi.
when you're not supposed to come out from plane. I mean, the beggar. What can I do? The
And
guy they beat
that
me.
guy looked like he was carrying something dangerous.
Exactly. And he couldn't do
And the
anything.
guy they behaved deranged, and you just was like, no,
He
now
just
don't go
couldn't
now.
do
It was just, and
anything.
I was just what
You see,
gosh.
now they come here now, they ask, say, passengers come give account. Yeah, the plane get manifest now. Pick up the manifest and call who you want to call. You don't need to announce them. That's number one. Number two, the plane itself get camera inside. When it record everything from when the plane
That
starts
was why the
to
girl
that
was
point.
saying that. Is there a camera in there? Is there?
There's
Did you see that video? The girl kept asking, "Is there a camera there?
yes,
Is there
yes,
CCTV there?
yes,
Can you play what
yes,
happened?" That's why the girl, that is the
yes.
victim, the comfort herself,
There is
she kept saying that. Oh
that
wow!
camera will tell us everything that happened from
But they
when.
won't play it. The Ibom
uh,
Air people themselves no go play
no,
them.
they are in trouble. Though. Ibom Air is in trouble now. You see, this thing don't turn around. Now, then, 9 days are big wahala as we speak right now. And then number three, the communication between the pilots and the crew at the back of the plane to figure out what they go on, because there's no way the pilot could say, yes, a fracas they go on inside plane when he's
Did you
supposed to
not hear
captain
the
of it.
pilot? Chebi see the audio of the pilot who are playing, and that he said that the cabin crew did not inform him of any of this fracas. You know,
That's a
Yeram.
big lie. That it is speak grammar there. No, he's
I've
the
been on my ear. I've
captain.
been not Yeram well.
Ayeran is the captain of the
Ah.
plane. Everything about that plane is under his control, and he oversees it. Now they call the shots. So if he say he not find out what they go on for the back, or not get a clue as to the fracas when they go on inside the plane, then he too is questionable at this
So
point.
he said that the cabin crew did not inform him about the switch off your phone saga. They didn't tell him, so he didn't even know. So that is
But
to say that the air hostess acted at her own volition. That is, she took laws into her own hands and decided to keep the young lady, then call security by herself.
how
If
would
what
he
the
say?
pilot is saying is anything to go by.
How would the pilot say he didn't know when the air hostess reported, as at the first time when this incident came out, the air hostess said after she instructed the passenger to turn off the phone and she did not comply, that she went back and the pilot announced it again.
Announced it again.
So why would the pilot say he was not aware of the turn off the phone
Not
situation?
be the air hostess said, oh, now Ibom Air report said. Because
Okay.
right now, we don't know whose part to believe anymore in this
Exactly.
conversation.
So even the pilot not they talk true as it is right now. See the report, the timeline when they give from when this thing happened in Akwa Ibom before that plane took off to Lagos. The girl was calm, was cool throughout the flight until they landed in Lagos, and the rest of whatever ensued. Now here's where I go back. Precious.
Sir?
I personally blame that flight attendant. Now she caused the problem. One, the passenger said, before I say that, aviation industry don't grow. They don't pass the stage of turn off your phone. If you put it on airplane mode, you are fine.
It
Number two,
suffices. It
it
suffices.
suffices. And number two, the reason why they're asking you to put it on airplane mode, now make your phone not interfere with communications between
Yes,
the pilot and the control tower.
the electronic communications. Yes.
Once that plane gets above 10,000 feet, it cuts off
You
every
can.
cell phone
Yeah, it cuts off.
communication.
Yeah.
So whether you leave them on or not, it cuts it off, right?
But
Because
Mr. Flagship, not before Nigerian local airlines, so because they will want you to switch off that thing as if the life of every member of that
so
flight,
that's where
every passenger
the
depends on that your phone that you have in your hand. So to
okay
avoid that,
now.
in fact, some of them will kukuma come to your chair, go and tell you you've not switched it off. You've
So
not.
now
No, they
power
feel like saying
drunk
that you the
now.
problem.
Right. Now, power drunk thing be that. And AON, Airlines Operators of Nigeria, need to go back and begin to talk about training make all airlines begin to talk about retraining for all their crew and staff. Because things don't advance past this one when they do so. If you're playing I can't count the number of times when I go enter plane sit down because of the way I did tired. I not even forget to turn off my phone. Plane they take off with my phone on, even if it don't ring, it not disturb anybody. Number two, you and I they see on what do you call it? These clips of people when they travel every day. They put on their phone when they board the plane, perhaps turn it on airplane mode.
Even binge on their movies while it's
Exactly.
on.
And when the plane taxi out, take off, even when they eat, flight attendants, they see them. They use phone, they record themselves, they document their trip, right? Their travel vlog. Nobody says anything. What's this crazy thing about that phone must be off? That phone must be off. Now, she went overboard. Now she
Did
went
you
too
hear
far.
that the fellow passenger that said that the lady even called that a prostitute, that all this small
So
Chebe, you
that's
hear the
where it
account?
started from.
Did you hear that?
That's where,
The account,
yes,
the account of the fellow passenger, where he
I
said they
heard
call her
that
a
part.
prostitute and said that that all these small children. So because a girl is a young lady on board, she automatically becomes a prostitute and a rose girl. It's unfortunate.
So my assumption, I say the genesis of this whole thing, I say the flight attendant was pissed off at the girl, maybe because of the way she looked, the dress when she wore, entered inside the plane. So she automatically got angry zeroing on them, even when the girl say, I've put my phone on airplane mode, but I can't turn it off. If I turn it off and somebody took it out from her, took the phone away from her and turned it off, gave it back to her. Even when the girl beckoned on the flight attendant and said, the phone is on airplane mode. Do you want to see?
And nothing was done. Hello? I think I've lost your audio again. Can you hear me, sir? Hello? Yes, go ahead. Can you hear me, sir? Yes. Yes, go ahead now.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Even the phone is on airplane mode. Do you want to see it? The flight attendant, from the report from one of the passengers that was on the plane, said she walked out. She muttered something. We don't know what she said. Whether I call her names or whatever it is that she said that aggravated the passenger, that made the passenger go back for her after the plane landed. Now, I not support her action, right? Say she go put her hands on the flight attendant. Maybe
No,
this
but
is not a
remember that
work
there was
for
also
her.
an incident of that she took the phone from her and smashed it. Abi and smashed it and
I
killed
did
the
not
girl or
hear that
something.
part. I did not hear that
Oh.
part. So if she did, now she caused the whole thing from the beginning. Could this have been
So did you
managed
remember? I don't know
properly?
if you heard. I don't know if you heard part of the girl's conversation. That is, Emerson herself, where she was saying that I won't know. I want to know. Is there CCTV there? I want to know what to give an air hostess the mind to do the kind of thing she did. Do you know what she
Yes.
did? Do you know what she kept saying that? So, and I'm wondering, what do you mean by what will give her the mind to do the kind of things that she did? What could she have done?
Because she did something from the beginning. I don't believe say the young lady there was crazy that she get on a plane and she decided to just fight with the flight attendant. I don't think that's so. Something must have happened. Either she said something to her that upset the lady and she waited until the plane got off to the ground. Waiting happened when she was go bathroom, come out, and then accosted the flight attendant. We don't know. All of that should be investigated. Now, the speed at which Ibom Air send the girl to
I
court
ring the girl, sharp, sharp. Even while
and
court
court
be on recess. Oh.
it's not right. That is unfair, totally unfair. Now that the girl is look, man, I don't know how this thing will work for Nigeria, the legal system. But if not this part of the world when I did, that girl
I
a
go dey chop
millionaire
money.
now she don't be so.
Even though say
She's
she
not
get her own for body at that time,
na
oh.
millionaire now she be, as we dey talk. So the girl will make it a killing out of it because her image, her personality has been tainted and damaged for life
And guess what?
by
I'm
the
sorry to say,
fact
it will be hard for her to regain her prestige with that kind of thing going on.
it'll be very hard.
So
It would be
hard.
very, very
And
hard
in
for the
North
girl to
Africa
do it.
ourselves, we're very judgmental. So hey,
You know they
aunties
see
in the
what he
village, they go
don't
judge
you
her well,
see
well.
you know they see the comments when they come out already on social media, the names on that they call the girl already. We don't know the circumstance on that which that girl jumped into a plane the way she was heading out to Lagos. We don't really know what she was
And
going
you
to
don't
do.
even know if she had an emergency and whatever it
That's what
was.
we're saying. That's what we're
Ah,
saying. Now she's a paid passenger, not the free ticket they give her. Precious, here's my experience. When I come to Nigeria, I don't get some really, not personally, but I've been on the plane where I see some, not all, some of our Nigerian flight attendants, they are the most untrained people when it comes to flight attendants
they
in the
could be
world.
uncouth. They could be
They are
uncouth. That's very
very, very
unprofessional.
uncultured. Many of them, that small privilege when they get as flight attendant, they overuse them. And that's why this lady went overboard because she believed that CIAO give them authority, say flight attendants and captain, they have
But you know,
power
see,
over the plane.
this thing no day peculiar to flight attendants alone. Anybody with it's just like the NYC lady now, where be say local government official no go clear her because he get the power. Anybody will get power for anything, including fuel attendants. Oh, they feel like say they get.
Exactly. So
That's what
here's
they
now where we Nigerians they faulty with this. We don't know how to manage power and
at
privilege.
all,
The little one
and
when
we
we
blame our
get,
politicians.
yes, every body, I'm telling you, not But for the majority, the small privilege when you give them like this, everybody else is supposed to be their subject from that moment on. And we display it in such a way that makes us look very silly and they try to find good words. It really doesn't help. This is what I say to us Nigerians. With the talk of change, why don't we be the change that we're asking for? We start with ourselves. How do we treat ourselves? Be the change you're looking for in the other person. By the time
change
you start
begins with you.
and that person doing, and it begins with you. We grow it and it becomes a better society. So to the airline operators of Nigeria, this action against this lady is unjust. I think they need to go back, if it's possible, withdraw this case and let that girl out of that maximum correctional facility when she did. And from what I heard, they said the next time they're going to see her again in court is in October. How do you do that? If she could not meet her bail term, you can't move on to October. So make the girl sit down for kirikiri from now till October before they go back and revisit the case. It's
but it's deliberate now.
I don't think
but that's
it's
what
right.
every rich person. Now, what's every rich people
I
do
know
for
it's
Nigeria?
deliberate.
They go make sure say they arrest you
well,
on a Friday, so that go at least 2-3 days you go don't sleep for jail first. They do it deliberately. It's deliberate. It's pure power play. That's what they do for Nigeria. If you do something, they do it deliberately.
And that's why when the conversations about us as a people in Nigeria, the one word they always use to describe our actions to each other is wickedness. We are wicked. We are mean to ourselves. We are very, very mean. I'm telling you, my sister, even for this side, you see those kind of traces. They come up between ourselves. The way we treat ourselves is, it's like we not come from the same place. When you go see Chinese man, one Chinese man enter the area, before you know, they don't buy everywhere else for that area. They run out together.
But Chinese people,
we don't know how to do that.
One house, and go hear their voice. But we Nigerians, make we day fight for one house.
We don't know how to take care of ourselves. Look at what we are doing to our own selves now. The first guy, Wasiu Ayinde, did his own on Thursday or Friday last week. He issued some kind of flimsy apology, which in my opinion is no apology at all. And they said they forgive him and forget about it. But this little girl, because she not get the kind of covering when Wasiu get, they threw her in jail immediately when they have not investigated the matter. And finally, Festus Keyamo, the Minister of Aviation, I wonder why they get involved in these matters. It's not his job to give you are suspended or put on a no-fly list. There are agencies that report to him. These things should be handled by these agencies, FAAN, after they have duly investigated the case, gather all evidence that they need to gather, and look into it totally before they make a decision or take an action against the offender. So now, this flight attendant, that all the evidence, when they come out, they point towards her now, that she's the aggressor in this event, is walking free, and the young lady is in jail. It doesn't make any sense. So what I think they need to do is go back, get this girl, and shout out to the NBA when they offer pro bono service to this girl. Make they get them out. Make they get the girl out. And I hope that one or two well-meaning Nigerians will come out and stick out for this girl, because I don't care about what she put on. Whether she used tissue paper to tie body sit down inside that plane gives nobody the right to do what they did to her. She is a human being, number one. And then number two, she's a paid customer. If they felt like she offended them, there are policemen, airport security, even the airline owned security that they could have called to handle the situation better. And again, they don't open the door of the plane. Passengers don't come out before this whole fracas take place. So it wasn't like they would get to the gate and seal the door until police come. Every action taken by Ibom Air, from the pilot to the flight crew, they mismanaged this situation. It could have been done better. if they are well trained, or it could have been managed at least to a minimal extent where they're not going to expose this girl the way they did. So, in my opinion, I don't care what she did to the flight attendant. The fact that she started this aggression from the beginning and then subjected this girl to being exposed in public like this, that her nakedness is all over the globe on the internet right now, negates whatever it is that they are holding against her. And lastly, this time, lifetime ban from flying on a plane. Is that what the law says should be meted on any offender of this nature? Did they really review it to say that it is written in the rules or the laws of aviation that if you have a passenger that accosts a flight attendant or flight crew, make you ban them for life? They did not look at these things. Now, out of
So I
sentiment,
hear that the different regulatory bodies get the right to make out any kind of punishment where they won't give.
not internationally. You can
No,
ban the
not
lady from your
internationally. Then.
flight. Yes, you can ban the lady from
And that's why
boarding your
Ibom Air did
planes.
what they did. For instance, you
But
heard what the Achimogo guy said, that the reason why Kwamwan was not arrested or arraigned is because Value Jet did not press charges. And
well,
remember, say Value Jet incident even cost the job of the pilot himself, because the
which
pilot became victimized because of Kwamwan's case. So we're supposed to make
yes,
Value Jet vex enough to say more carry the matter go court, but Value Jet did not press charges because it's Kwamwan.
exactly.
And
And
you
for
hear
value,
the threat to the supposed threat, so it be say the same
yes, when
Kwamwan.
the guy issued,
Yes,
when he issued to the owner of the
Go
jet.
ahead. Yes.
And for Kwamwan's case, I think the back and forth is too much. Let us request for the audio communication between the pilots and the control tower. That would tell us the whole picture of what happened. If the control tower gave the pilot clearance if she asked rather for clearance to get out of that place with everybody still hanging around the plane, we go no. And if the control tower give out around when people still there, we go no. And not put the pilots in the position when they put them. So this is just the product of a failed system. We really don't have standards, operational procedures in place when we would check to say if this kind of thing happen, what do we do? What is the next course of action? And
So according to our laws, you understand, the much I know, I think that's from our criminal code. According to that law, our criminal code, yeah, Palm one is supposed to face 2 years jail term because a section of the criminal code reads that anybody will try to obstruct the movement of an aircraft in any way, shape, or manner, and all that act is punishable by 2 years jail term. So I don't know why that was not, touched. And right now, just the here now say the IGP don't order full investigation for Palm One unruly behavior. After all this outcry, now IGP the order investigation
exactly,
without arrest
exactly. There you go. He has not been summoned to come and give a report or
at
statement of
all.
what happened. They
At
never
all.
look. This is why I say it go tough. Number one, I don't see anything good coming out of that except say some sort of miracle happened because the owner of Value Jet now from the guy Kwamwa,
Yes, now it'll be the same
now
Ijebo
from the
Ijebo people.
place. Why go push charges against them, press charges against them? I don't think nothing will happen. He has issued an apology. They think it should be thrown away out of the window. If they are doing that for him, I think this young lady who has done nothing, in my opinion, she was aggravated and she reacted. Should she have done that? No. Do they file complaints when you have problems with an airline in Nigeria? I believe so. Do they handle those complaints very well? I don't know. I know they like to use the Western world to take to compare Nigeria.
Oh, no.
I really like to know
You can't be
about
like
what goes
you
on.
can't be like teacher where they give us big example and big
Exactly.
homework.
I really would like to know how they do it in places like Togo, Ghana, Ivory Coast, maybe South Africa, Kenya, Ethiopia. How do they handle it in other African countries? Let's see what their procedures are. If we know we have lapses in these areas, there's nothing wrong in us going to get training or bring some experts in. When you go train the entire crew or those that are involved in this process, and then rewrite our protocols on how we manage these kind of events and what we need to do to de-escalate situations of this nature rather than escalating them and making a shame of us on the globe that the rest of the world see. I'll leave on there today, Precious. Now my
Thank
take,
you.
Peter. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your wonderful insights as usual. Thank you. All right, let's see who we have next here. Yeah, T.Y. Danjuma. I've been seeing you go up and down. T.Y. Danjuma.
Now, wow,
Sir?
precious. This is a marathon session.
Sorry.
This now
No
marathon.
vex.
Now
No,
marathon
I
session.
I
You
read
get
the, I read the election small. No vex.
Okay, how are
I'm
you?
very well, thank you. How about you? Welcome.
We give thanks. We give
Go
thanks.
ahead, please.
I want to comment about this Ibom thing.
Mhm.
You know, vis-a-vis the issue of Juan Wan and Value Jet and stuff, and those Shimoli. First of all, this Ibon Air thing. I think the all the videos and information where would they get now, it's not very clear as to exactly what will happen. And I think that it was a little hasty to have taken this lady to Kirikiri. Because first of all, in marketing communication, you learn that the customer is king. And I'm sure they teach these airline people, even though I know that they have protocols, they have rules and regulations as to how a customer should behave. But there's also a rule as to how you relate with your customers, your customers. I think this, first of all, to start with, this whole thing will happen is not giving the airline a very good image. In fact, the two airlines that are involved, first of all, it's not giving, and they are happening in very close. They have happened in close sequence. So it seems that there's a regulatory problem here. The it looks like that industry is not properly being regulated, and that the rules are not being applied, properly and fairly the way they should. Let me take the case of the girl. You are assumed innocent until proven
Guilty.
guilty.
Yes.
Nobody has a right to yes. Nobody has a right to take anybody to prison. Now only court go fit make that pronouncement. So I don't know the circumstances in which she was taken to prison. She's found guilty, and to Kirikiri for that matter. At best, she would have been in police
To do the
detention.
other. Meanwhile, it's a civil case. Civil case like that supposed to reach Kiri matter.
Fine. So at best, first of all, I think the procedure for all these things is to do an investigation. You take the girl to the police station, get her statements, and then get that of the airline and all those who are involved and possibly witnesses. And then the police will begin to do the investigation. And if the police find sufficiently, say there is a case to take this lady to court, then they can take her to court. They can seize her passport. They can do whatever. They know what to do. They put her on bail and so on and let her go to where she's going. And then if they have to prosecute her, they prosecute her. But this whole procedure is wrong. That's one too. And it's wrong for anybody to begin to make judgments as to whether or not the girl they right. I mean, not the air hostess they right or wrong. For me, I think it's just putting the cart before the horse. And I think at this stage the girl is being unduly punished because you don't have the facts yet. We just say you say I say you say I say. Assuming at the end of the day, if they find out say this girl was really maybe she overreacted, but that she wasn't really guilty, or that. The air hostess overreacted and the airline didn't handle this issue very well. So what's going to happen after all this disgrace and stripping her naked internationally? But let's put that aside. It just shows that, it's not every time we they blame Akiwaju, they blame governors, they blame senators, even within ourselves and within our various
Oh.
agencies. There's something structurally wrong with us, the way we do things. This is a very simple matter that ought to have been handled by someone talking to another person very decently. So please, I just told you to put off your phone. Please, can you put off your phone? I don't know how this whole thing will escalate to this point. where you have all this mess all over the place. The image of Nigeria, the image of the aviation
Telling you.
industry is in the mud.
It can't be like say we'll not get
It's
control of our
disgraceful.
aviation sector for Nigeria.
Yes.
Honestly.
And people are
And
not
people, do
seeing that. They're just
you
blaming,
know
oh,
that
the air
Daily
hostess.
Mail, different international papers, they don't carry this our matter and the videos them. Both Kwan one and
Yes.
this one.
You
It's
know,
so embarrassing.
yeah. It's,
And the
so
worst part is that
it's
these people
wrong.
don't even
And
have the right narrative, so they fly with any story where they fit this matter.
yes, that's the important thing. You don't have the narrative. And so you mess up everybody, mess up the security, mess up the airline, mess up the girl, mess up the air hostess, mess up everything. Yet
Our president, we never
you
hear
have
from
not
her for
been
more than 1 week in all of this.
Yes, yes, yes. So no, we know what is happening. We know he's sick. They let them not hide anything. He's sick. He's not been very strong. He's sick. He's an old man. So they know they hide sickness now. He has the right to be sick, and there's no reason why anybody should be hiding it. President is sick. He's sick. Oh, your president is sick. Oh, he's going for medical treatment. Who go die? What will happen? And if he's sick, he's sick. He's a public figure. We they pay him with our money. So if when we're interested in knowing what is happening to him, even though people like Babachir Lawal say so-called president, quote and unquote, but let's put that one aside. Then if you go to that of compare this whole issue with that of Kwan 1, because we now have Kwan 2 and
Kwan
Kwan
one.
1,
We hope
compare it
not
with
to
that
get
of
a
Kwan
Kwan
1.
3.
You know, we already, in fact, this should be Quam 3 because Oshimole is Quam 1, then you have Quam 2, and then you have Quam 3.
I beg
So,
this series, make it
so,
end for
so,
season 3.
no. Nigeria is an active scene. You see all kinds of things where they see anywhere. But let us go back to that of the issue of Quam 1. That's very pathetic. You see, if you look at the issues, what Quam 1 did was, and I said it here, is terrorism, is hostage taking. And it's not right for Shimogu to say that because value jets
Did not press
did not
charges.
protect.
The
That's
Nigerian
nonsense
government
because the threat is not to
would have
value jet.
pressed charges again, yeah.
Yes, the threat is not to value jet only. The threat is to the lives and passenger citizens who were there. That's one. The life of Kwangwan himself, the life of the aircraft, the business. Supposing as that thing was moving in,
And
the thing
dodge
hit him
well.
or the thing suck him
Telling
in.
you.
And yes, and in that. The thing itself is disgusting. Okay, so there are charges here against that the state can press. It's not value jet. You don't have to wait for value jet to press. There was deliberate, it is clear that the protocol has been violated. And internationally, not just domestic protocol, internationally known protocol, which is threatening the life of passengers who were there. There's delay in taking off. So you have caused inconveniences to people. There's impunity. There's assault because he was boasting and telling them, you know who I am, and so on and so forth. So there are so many issues here. There's threat to life. There's treason, treasonable felony, which is a state offense, not a value jet offense. It's the state that the state can prosecute. So, and I'm wondering at the speed with which they just go carry this guy, go put for this thing. But when one is there working freely and nothing is done. So that shows you, all the contradictions in the system where we talk. So we need to dismantle that system, and we need to get people who are free and fair. If the Minister of Aviation was fast enough to come and make pronouncement and make judgment and to do this and to do that, and they are quick to ban value jet is quick to ban this lady for life and so on and so forth. When you have not investigation, police is still when investigation is being carried out. Because the reason for investigation is that you have not come to the end of this whole issue. So how can you be making judgment, putting the cart before the horse? So one by now is supposed to be in police cell, maybe bail, because this is over 48 hours now. Maybe on bail, his passport is taken, and then they keep an eye on him until investigation is conducted and he's prosecuted. If really the things that we see he did it and all the insults and assaults. So the next thing to do is to prosecute him and jail him. That's justice. The same thing with Oshomole. He is not supposed to be investigated. The Senate is supposed to call him and say, this is not how a senator, because you swore an oath. This is not how you are supposed to behave. He doesn't have immunity. So they take him there, and if the Senate doing own
Shut down
finish,
an entire
then they
boarding
will
gate.
try him.
Shut down boarding gate.
Yes. How can you do that? How can you do that? That's commotion. That's indiscipline. That's impunity. That's an offense. You don't do that. If I did that, I would be in jail. So he is also supposed to be answering questions, be investigated, and possibly taken to court and prosecuted. In some countries, they will force him to resign as a senator. He would not be there. So when you see all these things happening, you see that this is a country just full of impunity. Everybody does is just like a state of nature, a complete state of anomy. Nobody, no control, no law, nothing. What kind of country is that? And people are coming to blame this person and blame this person and blame on what basis are you blaming people? You don't even know the issues. There's speculations all over the place. Okay, so we can't. These are some of the things that are putting us down. That even me, if I'm traveling now domestically, I'm afraid because there may be some mad person in the aircraft. There may be an air hostess that is crazy, or there may be a politician who is who wants to flex his muscles and show that he's all powerful and so on. And I have security agencies that are lackadaisical in the strategy that this is an arresting situation. So these are the issues that we should look at. Not all these things we're talking here. The country is sick. The country is sick. And I want to thank people like you, Precious, for bringing these things to the fore, because we need to discuss these things and sensitize people and see what is wrong and what the issues are. Not all this is one way where they talk every day, they talk nonsense, they talk this. This girl is not as powerful as other people. I'm not justifying whatever it is that she has done. But why is it so quick? I didn't know our security agencies can act so quick and take somebody to Kirikiri. If they were that efficient, this country would not be in this mess.
I know they can be very fast. You didn't know? Oh, sorry.
And then, is it because she's a woman? The women should stand up and
That's
speak.
what he rated back.
I said, why? Two men did this thing. Nothing happened. If you like, you can ask me. You can tell me that I'm not being gender sensitive. I don't care. But there are two men who did worse things, who are supposed to show example. Someone who is a musical star and a king of a place. And Kwanwan didn't stop there. If you look at some of the things that we see after that incident, where he's boasting and threatening, that's not somebody who is repentant. That's not true repentance. Because it's like saying, okay, since you say I did something wrong, okay, I'm sorry. That's not an apology. It's not. And you need to show example with people. You need to show people example. That nobody's above the law, but here that's not the case. The law is not working. There are people who are above the law. There are people who can do things and go scot-free. How can someone go and withdraw from a bank 189 billion
only in banking terms?
Where is he taking it to? Where did he get the money? Why is EFCC acting now? Where have they been to say?
Till today, why we never hear anything? This same EFCC, are they not the ones that are supposed to conduct? In fact, not be their responsibility to conduct investigation for better. It don't matter. Where is it today? How did Sirika from the formal administration? Saying build on fine house. People they hail them to money building house.
Yes.
After Ibi say the aircraft, that is. You know what this case was like? Because people talking about it then was like, he do us Yahoo Yahoo. That is, he played the entire Nigerians Yahoo. Do you understand?
Yes, with Airline team. Yes, now.
How the fight don't go? How the fight don't go? So that's why ADC has to say or can say that it is political witch hunt, because they know that there are people that are affiliated to the administration that have done worse things. See, when they tell you that the money we have hidden, buried, it's larger than the ones we have in the system, you go think, say, nah, that is it now.
Of course, that is true.
Let's forget about that. Most of your politicians, they don't go put their money for bank now. The money where they know me, they bury, not the person.
Listen,
not the soccer where they see money. You don't forget to see
Precious,
money.
Precious, listen.
Well,
Precious, listen. Apart from that, the banking system is in a mess. Haven't you had someone where say he get 500 something million and his money is missing?
Yes, now. Who they thief the money then? Yes, now.
So didn't you see one of the banks that was sentenced the other day because they went and go and obtain
Yes,
a fake court
yes,
this
now
thing, and
saying they are bringing the matter
so
from
who has confidence? Who has confidence? How can you put your money in the bank every day? You they look, make you see whether they don't pinch anything or they don't take anything. So
your mind don't get 10
the
grand you
bank
get
is
for money where you get for bank.
yes, now your own
Yeah,
money where
that's
you
my
give me they
thank you.
keep
Make
for
a
you.
let
Oh.
others talk. I beg no vex. Night don't come. Thank you so
Oh,
much. God bless
okay, good night.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good
Good
night.
night. Hello, good
Yeah.
evening and welcome.
Yeah, precious.
Sir,
Yeah, good evening. How you doing?
I did very fine. Welcome.
Yeah. I just prepared myself to go gym before, but I say make I talk
Oh
to
yeah,
you
just put mouth for talk sharp before you go to the gym.
Yeah, not be all these Ibom game matter now on. We don't overcome that
Anyone
matter.
will concern you, may you talk
Yeah, the
now.
one way concern me now this ADC leaders harassment. Although I not be a fan of any one of them, but you can see exactly what I spoke about the other time when I called you. When I said Tinubu is going to use all the means available to him to make sure he cripple all opposition parties and individuals making any effort to challenge him. And that is exactly what he has kickstarted. You know, we are still 2 years away from the election. He don't begin pick out the people one by one. He started with Tamboa now. He will go. I understand that Babachir Lawal is in the pipeline too. For him to be queried, and all of them, Amici and all those other people. So you can see exactly what I spoke about, and that is coming to fruition now as far as the EPC is concerned. And then I really want to buttress more on what you said about the current APC being proved by any other successive government. If they try it, Nigeria will explode. Because under Buhari alone, what transpired between him, the CBN governor, who is now the scapegoat in the whole exercise and scheme of things, many things will be exposed. And Nigeria's eyes no will fit see those kind of things quiet. It will come to a situation whereby everybody will begin to carry gun, they look for all of them. So that is what I'm beginning to foresee. And then, man is a product of his environment. You see the Nigerian environment where people have become very, very reckless, breaking all normal rules of life and everything, constitutional rules. What has our president done concerning River State? Flagrant disregard of the constitution. Nothing has happened. Just look at everywhere. So the individuals, that is the citizens that are being led by the president, who himself is just another kind of person whose entire life activities is encompassed on fraudulent means. Everything about him is fraudulent.
Hey,
so when you look at it,
where?
Look, precious, maybe
Sir?
we know all those things. Now let's forget about it. People are just copying him. So people can just tell me what that poor girl did. I talked earlier, I said I don't want to go there. I don't want we will overflow that issue. Do you know that in the civilized world, the way they treat us, the way they look at us, because like I've been saying, once you say you are a Nigerian, people just sit back and say, you are a Nigerian, you are then kept at arm's length. It could be in your office, it could be in social gathering, it could be anywhere. Our image has been so tarnished that nobody takes us for anything. They just dismiss us with a wave of the hand. They say, go and sort out your country first. That is the way. So look at what is happening there in Nigeria. And my prayer always is, as you leave your home, that is those in Nigeria, may Nigeria not happen to you today.
Amen.
And that is just my prayer always. Because you look at that situation where somebody boarded a flight, boarded plane, going to Lagos, and look at what happened. So she never envisaged all that happened. She never anticipated it. Just silly errors, silly misunderstanding, and look at what has happened.
Thank you.
So it is just a question of the big versus the poor. So, and then again, please, Festus, if you could put this in one of your many platforms, I have gone through all of them because I follow you, all of them. Look, the electoral reform, just stick and put there. Look,
no
if we don't reform our electoral process, all that we are championing now, all the efforts that we are currently putting on board to ensure that we have a free, fair, and whatever process they call them, the electoral process, we will not be able to do anything concerning what will happen in 2027. All that played out in 2023 will replay itself and nothing will happen. That is just my own fear. That is just all that I think about daily, because we have a country that is so blessed in all ramifications. Think about it. So why should I be in another country where you are, wherever you go, you are always looking over your shoulders? Either because of your color or one thing, you are not sure of anything. At least those of us here in the UK, at least we are safer than our other fellow citizens in the US. You can just go to anywhere and the next is bam, bam, bam. You don't know what will happen. So when I look at the entire system, when is Nigeria going to be a country where we can all be proud and go back to, as where I'm going back home just for a holiday or something? Because personally, to be very, very honest with you, Precious, I am not sure it will happen even in my lifetime. So I don't even have any plan of even going back to Nigeria now to say I want to go and do anything there. After all my relatives, I see them. I don't have a father or mother there now that I will say, well, because of the death of one of them, I have to go back. So nothing. I only have siblings all over. But that is the way I see Nigeria. Like I always say, Nigeria is a convoluted contraption. We are just living there. We don't take anything serious. Otherwise, why should all that is happening now just be tolerated? We just take everything. We just look at it.
Thank you.
So when I look at it, Precious,
Sir?
I would love to talk to you for a very, very long time. There are others still waiting there just to talk to you. And then so that at least all of us can make our meaningful contribution in whatever way, shape, and form.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for the time, man.
Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate
God bless
you. Thank you so much, sir.
So in any way we can support you, let me know. You get in touch with us in any way.
I cannot get in touch with you. I don't know how to get in touch with people. I don't know. So I cannot promise what I cannot do. I don't know how to get in touch.
What is that? We want to make sure you are that kind of gateway for us, for some of us who hardly look at all these other platforms, because everything is just partisan. But I see your platform to be at least in real good shape. You are bipartisan. You don't go into any sort of. I don't know you to be an open supporter of anybody or anything.
I am for everybody and for nobody.
But for those of us who are hidden supporters of Obi, because we see Obi as the only means for which we can be taken out of the doldrums that we currently are. If we fail that, like you always know, that has always been my opinion. If we miss Obi in 2027, my sister, it will take us ages.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you. Good night, sir. Good night, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. Okay, so let me quickly speak to Henry. I have you here. Then I have Mope. Please stand by. We'll come for you. Mr. Henry, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah.
Hello. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Welcome.
Please, where are you joining us from?
I'm doing it from US.
Okay, you're welcome.
USA.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I just want to make a little contribution. I mean, what has been in Nigeria? Like as I said, we have a very faulty foundation.
Chai.
The country is very faulty. But when I say it, everybody will think it's just that country needs to be reset in every ramification. Very, very faulty. I mean, there's no how that country will work because
God
so
forbid.
Many factors.
Old people go say make it pause spit, throw away saliva, not talk that kind of thing again.
No, because the only way it can work, one, we have to see ourselves as one another. There should be anything tribe. Those things have to be out from our mindset.
But okay,
it doesn't. It doesn't matter whether it's Peter Obi or it's not Peter Obi. For the fact somebody who can come in there and say all these things gotta stop, then our law, because the law Nigeria have, it's not different from what they have in US here. Because if your Pekin do something, I'll be mixing with broken pidgin and English. If your Pekin do something, they will say, this one na Buhari Pekin. I don't make not do anything. Now then we're there for this thing. While compared to where we are, if their Pekin do something here, people will come after them. The law will come after them. They won't say because of now their father be this that will make them not to go to court. I mean, I'm not saying, but based on human being, sometimes there can be some lenience, due to the position. But these people here, that their father is in big position, they respect themselves. They are not like us. Our own, because now my papa there, he will say whatever thing he wants to do, he will do it. Nobody will talk. Then if a poor man do something, then they will start reading all those laws, all those charges for you. So that kind of country can never work. Because one, we don't even like one another because there's no love in that country. Even like that's why when I look at our churches, both churches and Islam, there's no love. Nobody loves them. So any country that does not even love, even the politicians that are even stealing the money, they don't even have love for the country. Rather, they have love to other countries. Okay, just for example, now if something happened to Trump now, Trump will go to hospital here. He doesn't go anywhere. As a matter of fact, where I work is the hospital where Trump go is even close to my workplace. Sometimes I'll just be looking at I say, but these people come here to take treatment. Why is it that our own will leave their own and come to other place to take? I mean, is it not madness be that? No, be juju be that. So what makes you, or what do you think that will make that for that place to change? One is it's got to start from our mindset. It has to start from the family because everything starts from the family.
So maybe that way to make people like Peter Obi they talk say get to start from the leader first. Once the leader show an example, then it will trickle down. So maybe one day we will get that kind of leader. We will lead by that kind of example. Where from waiting in they do in behavior, things we consign them, we go really show an example. Excuse me. Go ahead, please.
Mhm. Yeah. So when you look at all these presidents and what has been happening to people, and the ones that it will happen, they will say they are the one. They think that they are the one that owns the country. That is why I keep saying it. If everybody should go to their way, let them go to their way. I mean, let everybody handle their own people. I mean, that's the way I look at things. Let people handle their own people. Because if Yoruba commit, since it's Yoruba is in power, they will say na Yoruba person. Nothing will
No,
happen.
but not
Hausa
all
commit.
Yorubas support their brothers. Not all
No, no,
Igbo
no, no.
support
I'm
their
not saying no. I'm not saying
brothers.
all Yoruba. Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm not. But if you look at the way things, I'm not saying that all Yoruba support, but that is our mindset there. That is our mindset. If something happen, they will say, but because of these people. Okay, some people will say they are born to rule. I mean, what all those kind of things, is it what in a civilized country supposed to be? Do you supposed to be hearing all those things? You know, even the resources that belongs to like when I go to like World Bank in Washington DC, Nigeria is fifth. All you produce this thing, but you cannot if you check the money that we have made from 1958. Where is it? Do we have road? Do we have water? Do we have school? Do we have hospital? Can you drive from Port Harcourt to Sokoto without pothole? But if you go to Saudi Arabia, they have it. If you go to Dubai, they have it. Even Dubai, Dubai, we were even topping all those places. Our level supposed to be like Saudi Arabia. We don't even supposed to live, and even we are the one that's supposed to be feeding the whole Africa based on if our resources is being used very well. Other Africans supposed to come there, they will work, make money, and go. We're supposed to be the pinnacle, of Africa. Whatever thing, if no be us, even had it been we get our act together, I mean, even this G7, G20, we for be member now. I mean, if we not talk, they no. If we not talk, if we never talk, they no go. Nobody go listen. How will I put it? Before them we even do anything, they must see our people. But just that we don't handle our things very well. Because sometimes when I look at it, not because Oyibo stuff they do us. Now we they do ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let
Yes.
me quickly talk to others so
Yes.
that we can move. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mr.
Okay.
Henry. Thank you for
You're
joining
welcome.
us today. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's see if we can quickly talk to Mr. Mop. And then, okay, so just a good one for Mr. Tambowa because he said they don't release him. Yeah, they don't give him bail. EFCC don't give him bail after thorough grilling. I do hope you come out and speak about the matter and what you need to do with plenty money like that. Good evening, Mr. Mop, and welcome.
Yeah,
Mr.
good
Mop,
evening, Press. Good evening,
sir.
Professor. Can you hear me?
Very well, crystal clear. I can.
Yeah, greetings. Nice to be on your platform. I'm just
Welcome.
make few comment. I
Thank
think the
you.
latest speaker that said yeah, an independence platform. Where did he get that from? I thought you had been tagged as APC spokeswoman. Am I right or wrong?
I go sue you, go court. I'm not gonna be Nigerian court so that I go dey sure of my justice.
Well, I'm wondering where the guy has been. Knowing what you have been tagged of. Yeah, I didn't
Eh?
say it. I'm just saying
Eh?
what people say.
Eh? I go carry you go court. The last
No,
time
no.
I answered that name now when I did terrestrial media, I know I don't come up for terrestrial, so I refuse to answer that name again.
Okay,
You
so
call me
okay,
that name, I'll
okay,
take you to court. I don't want to be associated with anyone, please.
okay. Let me excuse all that may be. So let's
Uh-huh.
get
Thank
let's get
you.
straight to the point.
Yes, please.
Yeah, this Tambua issue, I think it's something being orchestrated. This is the plan of APC. I'm not saying the guy is not guilty or whatever. I don't know the whole story. I heard that he was caught withdrawing all those money or whatever. So, but whatever that may be, um. You have some APC that has committed all the kind of problem. Nothing has happened to
Not be
them
some
or
only.
whatever.
Better Edu is a very good example. Better Edu, there's a
Exactly.
name.
So where's the case of Better B? So they have forgiven her, right? So we don't we're not going to give an appointment. Just
In
you
fact,
know,
today the gossip what would even hear for grand on the kukum. The person who replaced her is the
uh,
now APC chairman. So we hear that she's likely to come back. We hear for graveyard. I
probably
don't know if it's
not.
true. It's a
Nigeria will
rumor.
be outrageous. I mean, they're not that stupid. I know they're stupid already, but they're not that stupid to do that. But having said that, that's Nigeria for you. So let me go to what I wanted to talk about. This from one and comfort zone. Everybody has flogged it, so I'm not going to really get from step to step. We have seen, what actually happened. But I wanted to differentiate, the difference between both of them. So let's talk about from one, you know, because what he did, in my own opinion, is more
Mm,
dangerous. Yeah,
yes.
that's what I see because it involved interference of movement of the airline on the ground,
Mm,
posing a direct and life-threatening hazard to the crew, to the ground crew, and the passenger, even the aircraft. Why comfort home may be it may be several and disruptive. Yeah, let's call it, but it threatened the life and the motion of the flight attendants and something like that. But it's not as imminent danger as the one of comfort one or whatever Pan one or whatever they call him. So the kind of treatment that she was given, I don't understand the rule and the regulation when it come to, according to what I heard, they said it was a Bonny airline that took the case to the court, and she was jailed immediately without any kind of due process. I don't have the whole information. I've been kind of a little bit busy, but this is Nigeria for you. It's a system whereby we have they have and they have not. I'm not saying there's no have not in America or wherever, people with have not, but there's a little bit of difference because if it happened in a more senior country whereby they have the influential and let me use the word they have and they have not. The law in that part in the system you know, normally treat the have more severely. They want to use them as an example. Look at for example, P Diddy, what's happening. They like to use those well-known people to set an example. I'm not saying eventually they may not get away with it if they have a good lawyer and something like that. But that's not the case in Nigeria. They like to use the common people they have not. to set an example, and that does not exemplify what the country should be. This is the problem we have in that country. I think we have like what I call structural issue because even me, we are all the same. Precious. Look at how we
Sir,
behave in look at how we behave in Nigeria, and look at how we behave in overseas where we are. Can you tell me the difference? Is
the
it
same
two
people,
different human
oh,
beings? Huh?
no, the same people.
Right.
So that's why people are saying there is a system error. That
Yes.
if it's a system issue. Once Nigerians they work system, they work, then go work, and that's why people keep complaining about the system. Because not be person go tell me make I no cross the red line if
Right.
I go abroad. And not be person they also tell me to cross some when I did Nigeria. I don't know if you get the point. I
I
mean,
got it.
sometimes I drive past zebra crossing and I wait. And the way other cars go, they hoot home for me for back. It can't be like saying that my head no correct. Say I wait for zebra, make person pass. You don't understand. You go be like saying that
Yeah.
you get mental problem for waiting for zebra crossing for Nigeria as a driver. I the way they go they home for you. I don't even the traffic light safe. People they hunt for me. Move now. And it's on red. And the rest of the vehicles behind me, they move, that they shout on me, they hoot the horn like saying I may get problem. So there is a way you obey the law too much in Nigeria. You begin to question yourself if you're mentally stable because the rest of people are wondering why are you disobedient to the law. It is the way it is. So
Exactly. That's
it's a
exactly what
system
I'm trying to
issue.
say. It's a system issue. And in short, it's not like Nigeria, magically become law abiding people when they go abroad or whatever. But it's just because of the system made them obey the law.
In
But
check,
it
in not pay now.
exactly,
Now your
exactly,
house generally they go put the tickets. And
exactly.
when you
But in
not pay that
Nigeria,
ticket, now you know what thing go do you after then. So nobody get to
right.
pay you.
But in Nigerian case, it's different. It's a selective justice, where the law, the structure is broken, and weakened, and some people can get away with it. And that's why you see that lady behave like that. I'm not trying to justify. The lady's supposed to be penalized, whether, it's going to be by the law. They have to apply what is naturally the rule of the country, but we know what happened at an impunity level or whatever. But it's the structural system of that Nigeria. This is who we are, so we don't magically go to overseas and start obeying the law because the system there is well structured. You have to obey the law. If you don't obey the law, you pay for it. Like I said, in Nigeria, you don't pay for it. It's very selective in that nature. So everybody thinks that they can get away. So we have a problem, okay? So I'm not gonna speak that much, and I'm on my way to something right now. Just let me come in and chat briefly because I didn't hear ya this yesterday. I always like to come at least every
Oh,
other
thank
day,
you.
to keep your platform in check. Thank you,
Thank you.
Precious.
Thank you to join to help our ministry. Thank you. Thank
Definitely,
you.
okay. I'm
Thank you
I'm
for
I'm
helping
I'm
Mommy
I'm in for the
G.O.
ministry, Precious. Thank you very much
Thank
again.
you for helping Mommy G.O. Thank you
Bye
so much.
bye.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mr. Mo. Do enjoy the
Bye
rest
bye.
of your evening. Thank you. All
Hmm.
right. So I love to draw the curtain here and say big thank you to everyone who's been part of the show. You guys know I appreciate you a lot, right? Thank you so much for helping me and encouraging me to do this. It means a lot to me. It is a passion, something I love to do. I can talk all day if I'm given the opportunity, and to see that people encourage me to, keep practicing my passion. It just is exhilarating to say the least. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you. I appreciate and I wear. I live English. I love when I wear, appreciate and I wear. Because I love when I make a detail on us to protect on our mental health. You see, Nigerian wahala cannot kill us. We no go great die for Nigerian wahala. We no go also let the country die. So wait till we go do that. We end by. We give our mental health small. We give Nigerian wahala small, so that all of us go do well at the end of the day. Everything go balance right. So protect your mental health because wahala need to finish. I love you guys deeply. Subscribe if you've not followed my platform now. What are you waiting for now? Kindly click on the subscription button, subscribe, like, share. They follow me like a village people. And we're also across all social media platforms, as you can see from the the footage showing there. So the graphics. So you can see we're on the same platform, Precious AUTV, across all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all at Precious AUTV. I love you guys and I appreciate your whole lot. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Okay, as I said, tomorrow evening I'll have an aviation expert join us on the show. So we could just go come and talk about this matter. Even though someone I say, well, because we know say developing stories good day by tomorrow. So we'll talk about them and then yeah, that's thank you so much. I love you. Good night and God bless you. Do enjoy the rest of your evening or your nights. Bye.